Hello, people. Hi, Omkar. We are live. Let me know if you can. I hope you can see me and my voice is also audible. No sound? There should be sound. Wait. I'll check audio. Hey, मेरे इधर दिखा रहा है. In my, it is showing. In my end, it is showing sound. It should be better now. Pratik, just a second. Yes. All Manchester United fans in the house at the moment. I'm just posting this link again on Instagram. क्या लग रहा है guys? क्या लग रहा है? Prediction क्या लग रहा है? I have I saw the lineup and मतलब क्या ही बोलना है, you know it's going to be a ping pong game, you know it's going to be a defense versus the attack sort of a situation. So in terms of anything tactically there is nothing. I think there is absolutely nothing. It's just we know it's going to be work like in a very similar fashion and we are expecting the same. Let more people join. Hi everyone. मैं I'm trying to post this link ऑन इंस्टाग्राम जो कि हो नहीं रहा है. ठीक है वी आर ऑल सेट वी हैव एवरीथिंग इन मैंने टैक्टिकल बोर्ड सोचा था चलो टैक्टिकल बोर्ड करेंगे बट क्या टैक्टिक करना है मतलब इस गेम के लिए कुछ टैक्टिक तो है नहीं लिटरली देयर इज नथिंग और चेल्सी की तो मैं बात ना ही करूँ तो बेटर है चेल्सी के बारे में हम सब बात ना करें तो ही बेटर है आज क्योंकि इस चेल्सी ने कर दिखाया है जो इम्पॉसिबल है एक्चुअली एट दिस पॉइंट Chelsea playing like this is no different to me. It's not a surprise to me. We play like this. We function. We are a bad team. We're a low mid table team, and that's what we're performing. It's absolutely fine if Harry Kane scores against us. Skip scores. Skip out of all people, Oliver Skip scored against us. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Guys, link. There is no link in terms of Telegram link or anything. If I get something, I'll put it here in the chat. I try finding it, but I'm watching it on fan code. 25 रुपए देके. So yeah. Where are you watching that? Fan code, guys. Fan code. I was like, I don't know where else to watch it, so I was like, let's watch it on fan code. I try asking somewhere. I have a couple of groups for you guys so that you guys can watch. I have purchased the 25 rupee fan code thing. Hi everyone. My prediction. So I'm wearing white, not as a Tottenham fan, but as a Newcastle neutral fan tonight because it will be bad. I want the underdog team to win this one. I hope that. Newcastle they have worked hard to come up here this season. They've not infused money despite backed by the Saudis, I think. So yeah, I want them to go through. I want them to win this one. And my prediction would be slightly biased. But like last time, we have a United fan on board and we'll ask them what their prediction is. Kshitish, fan code is the only place I know as of now in terms of in India. It's fan code with 25 rupees. You can watch the game. It's not a lot, so you can actually go there and watch. I just type it. You can let me know if you want the link to be posted there as well. But check fan code so you can watch the game at fan code. Dipanshu says 3-1 to Manchester United. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. So it can't be high scoring because it's going to be very tough. And I'll tell you why. I have certain things in mind. But till then, we'll welcome Pratik, who joined us last time as well and is a Manchester United fan. Hi, Pratik.
Hi, Anshuman.
Yeah. So, guys, let me know if there's going to be echo. So I'll try to minimize echo. I just put on the headphones. But yeah, Pratik, what do you think about the game? What do you think about the lineups? What do you think
Uh,
game will
so
look like?
initial thoughts on lineup. It's pretty much as expected. Casemiro, Fred starting. I was expecting Vegas. Sorry, I was expecting Sabitzer to start over Fred, but surprisingly, it's second game. Fred and Casemiro are pairing. So hoping कि second half wala Fred, which played against Barca, plays this match, not the first half wala, because first half wala Fred, I'm pretty sure no United fans wants to watch. Also, I'm happy that Anthony is playing, but I would have loved if Sancho would have played. I would have loved the setup ki Sancho from the middle and Bruno from the right. I
And why
think
so? Why
in
Sancho like Bruno through the right?
because the first the first goal that Sancho scored after his return from the rehab, he was playing through the middle and Bruno was playing through the right, and I could see that Sancho was more involved in the game. But in the
Okay,
last
so
match,
for a purely form perspective,
yeah, purely form perspective, and also I think in this system, in Ten Hag system, and also with the little time that he has had after the return from the rehab, he has played better in the central position than in the right or the left. Also, he complements Rashford's ability. He complements that through ball, and I think whatever the fans might say about Anthony, I think Bruno on the right is better because he puts in crosses better than Anthony. Anthony still has a lot to learn. Uh, yeah,
but
pretty much that.
everyone. So this is exactly what I have problem with the United lineup and how I think it can really help. Two things like in instant reaction in terms of lineup. One, Vergas top is one of the worst decisions this game because i- it could work out in terms of if he can win those headers, if he can score through an header, but that is playing to Newcastle's strength. They know how to defend crosses. I don't see them conceding easily to a cross. So that's one thing. Second
Yeah,
thing, Bruno in the center is very important because that's where Newcastle would dominate. So having an extra person who is physically decent, who puts in the work rate, I think is very important. Otherwise, Newcastle would have like bossed that midfield. If once Newcastle start doing that, it's very comfortable for them to really launch the counter attack, intercept the ball again, recover it. So मेरे हिसाब से ब्रूनो इन द सेंटर इज परफेक्ट बट वर्गोस अप टॉप आई डोंट नो सो मच एंड वही है कि या तो तुम्हें वर्गोस अप टॉप प्रॉपर खिलाना पड़ेगा, यू हैव टू कीप देम, यू हैव टू पिंग इन क्रॉसेस टू हिम, और अगर वो ड्रॉप कर रहा है तो एक पॉइंटलेस प्लेयर तुम वेस्ट करो. आई थिंक समवन else maybe Rashford to the middle, Garnacho on the left, more creativity, push Rashford to the flanks to create more 3v2 2v1s. That would have been better. I think maybe it could play into Newcastle's in terms of टैक्टिक्स एंड स्ट्रेटजी और स्ट्रेंथ कि वो लोग शायद ट्राई करेंगे क्रॉस डिफेंड करेंगे, बट इन जनरल इट्स अ वेरी न्यूट्रल लाइक तुम लोग को पता है कि इट्स गोना बी अ पिंग पोंग गेम अनलेस न्यूकासल स्टार्ट एंड स्कोर अप फ्रंट. इफ न्यूकासल स्कोर फर्स्ट इट्स गोना बी फन.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I think, unlike you, I think Vergost proper nine नहीं खेलेगा जितना मैंने टेनहाग को देखा है. टेनहाग likes to play him as a number 10. He drops deep और वो he pulls away the mans. मतलब वो रैशफोर्ड के रन्स
बट
के लिए ओपन
but
करता है
you
स्पेसेस.
won't. So it's so the other approach is you're creating in a 4-5-1. You're creating a midfield six. You're trying to create a midfield six essentially, or at least a five to match Newcastle. बट
या
वही है कि लास्ट लाइन तो फिर भी, और देख फ्लैंक से अंदर तो आना बहुत मुश्किल है. क्रॉसेस डालोगे तो वर्गा टॉप टॉप है नहीं पिंग करने के लिए. इट्स गोइंग टू बी
या
वेरी टाइट एंड where I think Newcastle could mess up this is long shots. So Fred, Bruno, all of them will take long shots, and Karius, he's Karius, and Pope is a different gravy in terms of keeping, so he can save those long shots easily. But if Karius messes one of them up, it's bad. And in terms of New United's weakness, I think two big weaknesses is one obviously going to be the counter attack, but the second will be probably the set pieces. They are very bad on set pieces still.
या फनी यू ब्रॉट अप कैरियर्स. आई थिंक कैरियर्स के लिए आज बहुत ही बड़ा दिन होगा. आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट biggest stage he has found after that
Oh, he's
Champions
played
League
the
howler.
UCL final, yeah.
Yeah. After that howler, this is the biggest stage that he has found. So it would be interesting to see how Karius plays out, because if somehow he manages to salvage a win for Newcastle, this might be a statement victory for him rather than Newcastle. Obviously, it will be a first trophy in ages for Newcastle, but for individual performances, कैरियर्स के लिए ये तो एक बड़ा मौका हो गया
Big,
है.
big, big, big thing, I think, for Karius. Huh?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But anyways, we have 20 people watching. Please hit the like button और अपने predictions बताओ यार. क्या लगता है प्रतीक? Prediction. Score line prediction चाहिए यार. 10 मिनट बाकी गेम में. 5 मिनट
Honestly
बाकी.
कहूँ तो uh, I think this would be a 1-1 and ये extra time में जाएगा with I think extra time में United 2-1 जीतेगा. I think that it would be that way. I'm not expecting a high scoring game. Newcastle have been great defensively. They have showed that they cannot concede a goal. But it was with other keepers and not carriers. अभी Nick Pope था उस समय. Obviously he is out. Uh, so we don't know. Dubravka का तो बेचारे का किस्मत ही खराब है. He cannot play this because he has played with United. So let's see. It may be down to carriers being added. See, I think it's a good thing that carriers has been added, but also कि carriers is back four के साथ पहली बार खेल रहा है in ages. So I don't know how that communication is going to be, and maybe just maybe that can be a weakness for this team.
Too much pressure on one guy. Hi everyone in the chat. Hi Harshit. We're reading your chat as well. A lot of people in the you can comment on your predictions. A lot of people watching us at this point. But
What do
yeah,
you
I don't
think?
expect a
Your
very
prediction?
interesting and thrilling game. Honestly, it's just going to be a very monotonous game. In my opinion, it's going to be a very slow game where United keep pushing hard and there are some spells of counter attack. But end to end football तो obviously नहीं होगा ज़्यादा. मतलब end to end in terms of proper end to end build up attack. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very one sided attack and the other on the counter. But again, we know what we are expecting, and hopefully Newcastle can disappoint us in terms of doing something very good. If they score early, honestly, this game is open. This game is on.
Who you are rooting for?
Newcastle, as an underdog team, they should win. Dipanshu has said 3-1 to United. मेरे को generally चाहता हूँ मैं तो Newcastle जीते because they are the underdog and I want them to win. Harshit is with me on that as well. 2-1 to Newcastle United.
Uh, so Harshit and you are going to be disappointed, I guess.
Varun also says I expect Newcastle to win. I don't expect, but I really hope that they win because कुछ तो खुशी मिले इस weekend. Anyways, FPL is bad. Chelsea lost, so hopefully some joy in my life.
Chelsea, so yeah, Chelsea is not
We
doing that actually for you. Chelsea
we'll do
सब
that.
उल्टा कर रहा है
There's a
तुम्हारे लिए
lot to talk
Chelsea.
about Chelsea tomorrow. Yeah,
So what do you did you watch the match first of all?
yeah, I did.
And what do you make of so
It's the same. There's nothing. It's the same. We're still
the
the same.
manager out?
We played our best, probably one of the best 11s we have. If let's say you remove Loftus Cheek for Kante, that's the best 11 we have at this point. Maybe some changes. I don't see real big changes. Instead, we had nothing. We had absolutely nothing. No
Was that a
intent. The
red
players
card?
are not putting intent effort. The manager is very lazy with the substitutions. There's nothing. There's no the build up is very slow. It's very intentless. It feels like it's intentless. I don't think Chelsea are at it at the moment. If Spurs top four, does Conte stay? I think if not as well, Conte stays. I don't think anyone wants to take the Spurs job at this point. So yeah, I think Conte
also
stays.
also with the teams that are performing the way they are, like United overperforming, I'll say Arsenal overperforming for sure. uh, we can say Liverpool and Chelsea underperforming, but then Newcastle are overperforming and City being City. If Conte makes it to top four with this Tottenham side, I think he deserves to stay, because I don't see with the other teams being in the form that they are, uh, Tottenham doing any better. I'm pretty sure anyone who predicted Tottenham in the top four early on, like if I predicted Tottenham in top four before the start of the season, everyone would have said that I'm crazy. But अभी जब Tottenham fourth पे है, this is maybe, I'm not sure Tottenham fans can correct me here, but I think Tottenham are overachieving with fourth
I don't
position.
think so. I think Tottenham have a decent squad to be fourth. I mean, they can challenge fourth amongst the top six, given how we are playing at least. But they always have a chance in the top four. They always try to be there. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Tottenham.
before the start of the season, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, with all these teams
No,
in the
nobody expected United to be top four. I mean, it's coming from you as
no,
a
no,
United
no,
fan.
no, and
Nobody, nobody
even
even saw
I didn't
United
expect.
being close to top four last time. Come
Even
on,
after
at the
the
start of
first
the
two
season, also
matches,
Eric
I
Ten Hag, there
thought
was nobody there.
if we are in Europa positions, we are good. Then after the first two matches, initial two matches.
Nah, so honestly, on the start of the season, nobody predicted United in the top four either. But we have something very interesting from Varun. One that is amazing. FPL draft is going amazing, which is very good. He had Sarabia, triple defense in terms of Liverpool, Kane, Martinelli, Watkins. It's just the kind of weekend you like, Varun, in terms of, but it's draft ultimately. But he thinks that Tottenham won't finish fourth in the top four, which I can probably. I think it's Newcastle who drops out first, then Tottenham. Tottenham might just retain because their fixture run is too easy. They don't have many tough fixtures. Newcastle, on the other hand, slightly tough fixtures in between. So, and I don't know. I just feel that they have slightly dropped in terms of form as well, which is a problem. So, has the game kicked off? It's 10:02.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
At least on
At
fan
least
code, it's not kicked off.
not on fan code. Yeah, it's just kicked off, and
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay, let's start. It's We are 30 seconds behind, which is fine. I think 30 seconds is fine in terms of what we experience from Hotstar, anyways. Straight up, United started an attack, and Newcastle could have messed that back header.
So from the looks that we can see, it's Rashi on left, Vergust on top, Anthony from right, Bruno from
It's the same.
middle.
It's a very, very
Yes, it's the
typical
same.
United lineup. I think it's going to be interesting how much Bruno drops in to really defend that block. I think that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Also with Vergust, how much he drops because he is known to drop very deep to help the defense out. So it will be
But
interesting.
that's going
Also,
to
it
be
will be interesting to see how Varane backs up his performance from the Barca game. He had a pretty good game there. Uh, it will be interesting to see how if he can maintain that form and that performance. Yeah.
I genuinely feel वर्गस because वर्गस ड्रॉप करेगा क्या ब्रो से बेसिकली वर्गस ड्रॉप करता है जब बिल्डअप हो रहा होता है या फिर जब बहुत डिफेंड करना होता है ठीक है दोनों
Mhm.
केसेस में ड्रॉप करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी डिफेंड करता है न्यूकासल इतना बॉल रिटेन करेगी नहीं मिडफील्ड में कि ड्रॉप करके डिफेंड करना पड़े एंड बिल्डअप का भी वो ड्रॉप करेगा मतलब लिंकअप के लिए ठीक है बट आई डोंट थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू बी मेजर even if he drops you'll see this in the game which I think United used to do earlier as well where you'll see Vergas dropping and either Anthony or Rashford making the run behind. That's like a pseudo run. Yeah, again,
Yeah. Again,
uh,
you see
yeah,
Vergos dropping and playing it
Vergas
through
dropped
to
and
Martin.
Rashford made the run behind. So
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
Yes.
That's always because that's the only way you can break a line which is deep, very, very, very deep.
Yeah.
Vergas dropped and someone has to make a run behind. It's coming from the
Newcastle would
wing.
try to defend deep and attack on the counter.
Yeah, they have to. They
Typical
have
game
to.
plan, I guess. Because
Shaurya would
I
probably. Yeah, Shaurya said that this could be the greatest comeback story, perfect redemption arc for Carriers. It's not against like he didn't mess up against United, so that's fine. But if he pulls off something really good, at least in the world, he'll no longer be known as the person who messed up a
a
Champions League
UCL
final.
title. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Even though I'm a United fan, I want a good Carriers performance because from a human being perspective, it's really hard to see
again
that.
on the counter, dude. On the counter, did they score?
Oh, no, 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 no. A bad pass, I'll say.
Oh, Almiron, man, Almiron. Good pass, and they score early. They are in control of this game because then United have to commit numbers,
Yeah,
and
they have to
Newcastle
commit.
know how to defend deep.
And what's up with this with Almiron dude? I mean, he had a very good start to the season. Then he just kind of disappeared. Now he's not on the score sheets anymore. And yeah,
But then you expect that from Almiron because he was always overperforming, and that is fine if he's coming back to his normal performances. He's still involved. He's very involved still, but it's just a drop of form. So there was a peak form period, in my opinion, and now that's fading away.
yeah. Anyway, from the start of the match, it pretty much looks like the same that we expected. United to push forward, Arsenal to play counter, and
हाँ
yeah,
मतलब देख देख के तो ऐसे फ्लैट 4-4-2 ही लग रहा है बाय न्यूकासल इज नथिंग डिफरेंट a big improvement in terms of midfield is Bruno Guimaraes or Grimarish, however they pronounce it, because he's a massive important player for that Newcastle team.
I think
Wilson has a shot. Come on, man, let it off early. और चांसेस
uh,
लेने पड़ेंगे. I think Newcastle should take that chances. जब शॉट मिल रहा है ले लो. I mean, David is a good keeper, but he's known for certain howlers as well. Pressure होगा उस पे भी, and ले लो यार चांस. एक आधा शॉट एक्स्ट्रा डाल दो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, because it could go in and you never know. If it goes in, you're in a very strong position.
yeah, the last time they played, United had Ronaldo in their team, and it finished 0-0.
Yeah, that's the only
So,
United game which is the only game you can track back where United haven't scored. After that, they scored in all games, by the way.
oh, interesting, man. Interesting, interesting. I didn't know this. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
They had like 15 shots in that game, I can see. But yeah,
yeah, they've not
failed to
scored,
score.
and beyond that, they've scored in all games. So yeah, there is certain thing about Newcastle which they faced last time. Although there was Ronaldo up top, so that's a very different situation at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saint Maximin doing what he does best. I really want Newcastle to win, dude. Just such a gosh, oi! I just want them to win.
Oh, yeah.
But Dexter, yeah, my stream is working completely fine. I think there's nothing that is wrong in my stream. If there's something, you can just refresh it. It's working perfectly smooth at this point. Endro says a very interesting thing in terms. He says that Burgos seems to be a striker who is in the team for a non-striker reason, which is, but that's kind of the play uh, Eric Ten Hag probably wants from a striker at this point, because he doesn't have a proper number 9, and
Yeah.
he's getting the best out of him in terms of getting more numbers in the midfield, and it allows Rashford and Anthony to run behind a lot more.
Also, adding up to that, when Ten Hag signed Vergost, he in all those press conferences he mentioned that he needs a striker who tracks back, who makes those runs, who presses the team. So I think he wanted a striker who doesn't necessarily plays like a striker, but does all those things of defending and tracking back. So I think he got the man that he wanted. But yeah, someone like a Martial or a proper number 9 would have been much better. But we can say Burgos does the job that Ten Hag demands, I guess, because
I
if
think
not,
I think it honestly was just a dig at Ronaldo for not tracking back and not putting enough effort at that point. And he's like, भाई कोई भी striker जो उसके जितना effort डाल दे, मतलब उससे ज़्यादा effort डाल दे, भाई चलेगा at this point. And Burgos wasn't their first choice anyway, so it's fine as if
yeah, yeah,
as long as you can put effort, as long as you can run, drop, drip, and connect with the team, and not just stand and throw hands and be like, oh मेरे को pass करो.
yeah, and it would be also interesting to see how Dalot plays because I'm not sure with this, but I think he has not started the last couple of matches. Van Bissaka has started. I'm not sure though, but I think it would be interesting to see how Dalot uh, takes his chance
But
now
Dallo
that
has
he has.
got minutes, right? I think he's played enough minutes. He's not coming out after an injury.
Yeah, that is also.
वो वही है कि Dallo can now, so when they are attacking again in the build up, he can come in, tuck in as an inverted right back, and then you get extra numbers in the midfield. It's essentially all of what in the entire formation is to get extra numbers in midfield.
Yeah.
Again, good cross, yeah, good try by United to find someone behind.
Oh yeah. I'm actually behind couple of seconds, I guess.
Yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah.
20 seconds, I guess.
I kept refreshing for a point where I thought I was ahead enough. Yeah, but sure, you're saying I was expecting Sabitzer to start again. We discussed this in the start, but Fred has done a good job playing alongside. It's also because Casemiro and Sabitzer haven't played together a lot, so it's in a final you wouldn't want to risk like it's not major difference of tactics, and you want to put a partnership that has been performing well. Yes, perfect bad week for FPL in terms of everything, Kunal. So I agree with that. -8 did not pay off anyone. It's just bad. I'm just not looking at FPL at this point. Then I started watching the Chelsea game. As you asked me, Chelsea was like the Chelsea game was horrible. Not even worth spending your time if you are a Chelsea fan as well or non-Chelsea fan. Don't watch it. Don't even bother watching the highlights. Just watch the goal highlight. I think that's about it. There's nothing in the match. Dallo last game was Leicester a week ago, but that was on 5 weeks after though. He has played 90. Yeah, he's phased in certain minutes. I think full 90 was last week, but I think they've been very safe with him, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just
Yeah,
hope that Almiron and Saint Maximin both don't get injured in this entire duration of the final, because it dents the attack so much. It massively dents the attack. Them being on the pitch is a massive up for, especially on counter attacks. Both of them are very fast, and Saint Maximin is very exceptionally good at that thing. So I hope they stay there and don't like get injured.
yeah,
I'm at 39 points currently. Kane kind of saved the day. नहीं है मेरे भी है 30 पॉइंट है, but Kane नहीं है, and Kane, not having Kane was very bad.
yeah. I too messed up very badly in FPL. I forgot to make the transfers and I had 6 assets in combined of United and Newcastle. So it's pretty bad for me.
Pratik, you're not following us correctly. Then you should follow us and
I
join us
I
more on the
actually
deadline.
I actually was busy, and when I saw your stream, it was already deadline. So I was
That's
like,
fine.
shit, I messed up badly.
Bundesliga is close. Yes, I saw the Real Madrid Atletico Madrid game last night. It was such a boring
It
game to
was
watch.
boring game, but those last 15-20 minutes, those were though
Overall, it was a very like a lukewarm
it was
game.
a very
Nothing to
dead
talk
game, I'll
about.
say. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
dead game. And it's almost like now it's Barcelona's title to lose essentially, and yeah, hopefully they don't mess it up this time.
So something for Barca fans to cheer
Yeah,
about.
they've not won the title in the last 5 years. They want to like win
Yeah,
something, and that
and
gives
also with
the manager some boost in terms of staying there. There is a philosophy that's going on. There's a structure that they want to follow, system. So I think that he needs to win something.
yeah, and also with all that money spent in the summer, they need to with all those levers pulled and all that money spent on players, they really need to win something, because if not, then I don't see Barca maintaining this spending. Like, they have already spent a lot, and they are I read some reports where it was said that Barca are planning to spend are planning to pull another lever because they are out of Europa and champions, so they need the money injection. Let's see how it goes out.
Hopefully they don't. And Shaurya, the Bayern versus Union Berlin game is right now. It's not tonight. It's happening right now. It's kicked off 15, 13 minutes, 0-0. It's open here in terms of score. I'm tracking the score, so if there is any update, I'll let you guys know about that as well. But
Yeah,
very
it's been
interesting.
a dream. Like, it's been a dream season for Union Berlin. Thinking that knowing that they have only promoted to Bundesliga in 2019, if I'm not wrong, 2019-18 it was, 18 or 19, and challenging for the title 3-4 years in down the line. It's one of those
They genuinely good
Leicester
work
City
by them.
things. Yeah,
They
they are.
United they again United have committed 6 players in the midfield to outnumber Newcastle.
Yeah. But doing that, so new, they are severely in danger of being counter attacked. Uh, it would be interesting to see if Newcastle get their that final ball right. It would be interesting to see how they manage to defend that. They cannot be expecting the hair to make those magical saves every
Gogos.
now and then.
Oh,
Oh, oh my gosh, you need
सॉरी
to
यार,
do
सॉरी
better.
गाइस, आई विल मैं से थोड़ा माइक कम कर लेता हूँ बीच-बीच में, चिल्लाऊंगा नहीं, फाइनल गेम है यार, इट्स द फाइनल. सॉरी, आई कट यू देयर.
Shaurya is asking what would be the financial repercussion for
60 million.
sacking.
If you sack him at 60 million, honestly, just pay the 60 million. Get a caretaker manager, put less pressure on him, or at least I don't know. There needs to be some change because the players are showing no intent. Is it the manager? Is it the players? At this point, it's very we're at our lowest. Oh, that's a
But
very good chance. Come on, man.
oh
Wilson needs to
man,
do
no, no, no.
better.
You
Wilson
you
needs
you
to do
need to
better than
at
that.
least hit the you at least need to hit the target from there. It was an open header. No one was marking you. Come on, man.
So I think Varun Potter won't last. I wouldn't be surprised if he sacked tonight as well. But maybe we just want to give time because we've invested. Now the problem is that if new manager comes in, if he's an idealistic manager, he'll be like, "Oh, मेरे को अलग squad चाहिए. I need these players." We've just spent 350 million, and no manager and no good manager at this point in the world would even come to a club like Chelsea, who's like 11th in the league, no Champions League, no European games next time. We look absolutely bad in terms of football, in just footballing us. Any club at this point in even in the championship is playing better than us because we have no intent. I don't know. Nobody will even come to us, let alone we sacking someone like a Potter. I think the best will be John Terry. I think as a caretaker, that's the best we can do.
Anshuman, but interesting that you said that. But I like read a report from Athletic this week, which said that the Chelsea players are backing Potter. They think that he is the right man, and also there was a report saying that the Chelsea player, the senior players, don't think that the players that were bought in this winter break or the summer break were up to Chelsea standards. What do you think about that?
So
Like,
I've read the second report where they say that they're not up to the Chelsea standards, but they say that they've not been given enough time to become like first of all gel or given a proper preseason. That was the exact report essentially. But the first point could be true. I have not read anywhere that people are backing. If you're backing Potter, play first of all supposed to back the club and play for the club. If you're backing Potter, come on, you not had a chance, good chance. You should like
oh,
play like
yeah.
that. You should play like that essentially. But we'll take two more questions in like which have been put out. One, thoughts on ZH, red, yellow, whatever it was. I don't think it was a red. It would have been like maybe too harsh. Or some people like it could be biased. Honestly, it's coming from me. I didn't want ZH to be out at that point, but there was not much. He tapped his face, thoda sa.
I personally thought it was red.
It
Uh,
was not. We were saying that Emerson or whoever just fouled him before as well. It could it like 50-50. I think I'm biased here, and that is why I think it's not a red. But got saved. It didn't save the day anyways. At the end of the day,
yeah. Anyway, and it's interesting to see Tottenham performing this well without Conte. Like with Conte, they usually don't perform this well.
no, I
Uh,
think that doesn't matter. I think
because they have
how would
beaten
Conte matter?
City
With the
and
same
Chelsea,
tactics that Conte plays.
but there is something to it, man. Beating Chelsea and City without Conte, like, doesn't it suggest some anything? There's a good chance for
Anthony,
Rashie. He plays to
yes, missed it,
Anthony.
missed it.
Anthony,
I
yeah.
don't think that really changes anything. It's still the Conte tactics. I think they're trying to find a proper squad, like who's the best 11. I think Richarlison is working for them. Sun
Yeah.
is sitting out, and which is strange, but it's still working for them.
For them, I think this season Richarlison and Kulusevski are performing better than Son. Son is having those one of those off seasons where, like, I think this is one, like every Wenger has this one season where he doesn't perform to his standards, and I think Son is having those one of those seasons where I think nothing has been going off the way he plans. Yeah, it's just one of those seasons that every Wenger has at least once in their playing career, I think.
I hope so. We had one question in terms of Badiashile as well. Why was he dropped? I think we tried to play our best 11 in terms of who suits and combines better. Badiashile was looking good, and I think he should have played. And he's probably even better than maybe Koulibaly, maybe because he's performing. But
Anshuman, what do you think about Badishile being dropped from UCL? Like, it's obviously it's
वो तो
a six, seven,
अब
eight
कितने ही
week
डिफेंडर लेके
purana
जाएंगे
story.
मतलब it makes sense because we had to drop someone and we
But
had like a depth squad there in terms, but it
but
doesn't
Porto
matter.
plays Badishile a lot in Premier League at least.
Yeah,
So
in Premier
does
League
it
we shouldn't
make
drop
sense?
him. Nothing at this point makes sense. I think if Potter feels that our centre backs, it depends on how he wants to build up. Let's say he believes, oh, that is a good transition for United. Right, ठीक
Aryan
है,
is
fit off.
asking why was Conte not on sidelines. So he is currently
Is
with his family in Italy. He has his surgery done. He's taking a
yeah,
rest. He's on
he had
holiday.
a surgery recently.
Yeah. So he's expected to be back in couple of weeks. Let's see when he is back.
No, I was talking about Chelsea's UCL, and we are actually close. It depends on how Potter wants to build up from the back. He's known as a manager who loves to build up from the back. So it depends. If he wants a certain centre back to play and certain centre back to start, he's doing that. Okay, I
But
understand
do
that he's dropping someone, but on merit of performance, maybe Badashile should have started with Thiago Silva. If not, at least on the squad, he should have been on the bench. Maybe let's see.
do you think
We don't have.
Potter is not a top six manager?
No, he's not. Obviously, he's not. He's a manager who's getting better. Even did a good job with a mid-table team, but I think that's the best. He needs to spend more time there. I think.
Yeah, even I
And
think
then
that.
Silva's injury. Just a second. Silva's injury. We have no idea. So I tried looking up. As of now, there's no report. There's going to be scans later on, but it could be bad enough that he doesn't play for the entire next month. It could be if it's bad enough.
So does that mean that he won't be able for Dortmund game?
No, he won't. I don't think so. He will.
It's in 2 weeks, right? Dortmund
No,
or
9 days.
three weeks? Oh,
9 days.
nine
1 week.
days. Oh,
Next Wednesday.
so
I
not
don't see us
not a
winning.
good
I
news
don't
for
see us
Chelsea
winning.
fans
Honestly,
then.
it's like a dead thing. Anyway, we'll stop talking about Chelsea because it's just bad at this point. Talking about Chelsea, anything. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing progressive happening at the club. Chelsea. Last question: if we had to take Chelsea, which players would Chelsea offload in the summer? That's also a tough question. We don't know. We have
Oh,
so many players. We have Lukaku coming back. We don't know who will be offload.
realistically,
But
they might offload 5, 7 players at least.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
they
don't know.
have to, because if they don't, then they won't
But
uh,
I think ZH goes out.
potentially.
I think ZH for sure goes out next in the summer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not because we want him, but he wants him to go out. I think we'll extract as much as value as we
Mount,
can.
what do Mount?
Mount shouldn't. I don't think he should. He's a good player. He's still very good in terms of showing intent. He's still a Chelsea homegrown boy, so I want him to continue at the club.
But last I read, they have stopped the negotiations with Mount for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's see how it and where it goes.
Liverpool are looking after Mount, and I guess City as well. City are top contenders
City
for Mount.
Arsenal. He's getting linked to everyone.
He was even linked to United, but I don't think so. United will want Mount, honestly.
Anyways, we'll just leave the Chelsea debate because it's bad now. Why is Fred hair burnt? I didn't notice Fred's hair at this point. In my vision, I just keep ignoring Fred somehow. I just don't give enough attention to him.
I think though every Brazilian has this one phase where he tries to experiment with their hair. So I
Oh,
think
come
Fred is
on!
going through
Don't tell
that
me
phase.
Bruno is out. Sorry, this could be huge. Don't tell me Bruno is injured. He's just back from injury. It is essential. And also,
So
Atharva, we discussed about Karius in the start of the stream, how this could be one of the biggest completion arcs in terms of his career, where he wins the final after messing up one. But yeah, who are the top three teams that you think? Who are the three teams that you think will be relegated till Grimares is getting back on his feet and he's being treated? I think Southampton is one of them for
Southampton,
sure.
yes.
Uh, Tough to say West Ham, but I think West Ham could get out the relegation. Who else? Who
West
else
Ham.
do maybe
West
Nottingham
Ham.
Forest will go there. We don't know
I think
who's exactly on the bottom at this point.
I
Who's
think
the bottom?
Southampton and Bournemouth,
Bournemouth. Oh yeah, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, sorry,
Forgot Bournemouth.
Bournemouth and Southampton will go. I think Everton would stay up. It would be a close call between Leeds and Wolves. I think West Ham have the financial backing, and also the players. I'll say financial backing doesn't make sense now. January transfer window has been already passed, but I think mm, it would be a close call between Wolves and Leeds.
I think Leeds.
Maybe
If
Leeds.
I had to take
Leeds.
a name, Leeds. I think if I had to
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
name, Southampton, Bournemouth, and Leeds. I think Everton. I think Sean Dyche will show his magic and he'll take them out.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
let's talk about more of the game. What we're seeing at this point, it's still the flat 4-4-2, and I'm really looking forward to how United break this line. Now it's not even a flat 4-4-2; it's a 4-1-3-2 situation where the up top two are pressing high. So let's see.
And
Zlatan
United are
Watchalong very
having.
good as pinned in the comment. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. United are having a very difficult time breaking the lines and finding spaces. They are trying hard, but like Newcastle setting deep, it's making it even harder. And uh, like it looks like every time Newcastle go attacks with counter, they have like half chances. It would be interesting to see how they play up with that, and maybe one of those chances might go back in the net. But as I say that, United have a
Counter, yeah.
counter, but
Newcastle United need to focus more on the counter and switch the ball faster. Yeah,
yeah,
like, the stream is still glitching. I
they
think for
need
people
to
who are
get involved Callum
yeah.
Wilson more and uh, Maxima more in the game. They need to involve them more. I think that is necessary for them for now. Yeah, pretty much. But defensively, it's that only. We expected not many chances, uh, and currently it's living up to our expectations. We can say that. So
Bro,
Zlatan is asking where to
you
watch live. So we are watching on fan code. We took up
yeah.
25 rupees passes. So we are watching there.
But no, guys, one thing that I need to point out, well, United fans could agree or differ, is one that fan code is lagging, but I think it's glitching, not lagging, but it's still legit enough. The second thing, United are Rashford is pressing the center man always. If you notice when they start the press from the back, Newcastle are playing from the back at this point. They're trying to press two-man thing, and then when the ball comes to the midfield, Lisandro Martinez is pressing very high. If they keep doing that, there's going to be a chance where like Newcastle will exploit them on the counter. You can't push your center backs too much, and then Wilson is always lurking at the center. One ball out to the wing, one good cross, and then you could concede. And I think even Rashford needs to stop pressing up top there because Trippier is having a lot of space to start the play from that side.
I think, but Lisandro pressing up top is like the way I've seen them play. The reason he does that he is because he's very good on the ball. All those long balls that he plays, uh, usually those lead up to a
No,
goal.
that works. Agree. I agree that you're pressing, but because you're leaving the left flank so much, you're leaving it in a situation where Wilson could run past and the left, like your left flank is open to like counter attacks.
Yeah, I
क्योंकि
think it's
तो
an
भाई अगर
injury for
लिसांड्रो प्रेस
Lisandro
कर रहा है बॉल
Martinez.
निकल गई 2v1 हो गया ना पीछे शॉ कितना ही डिफेंड करे 2v1 हो गया लेफ्ट
Yeah,
फ्लैंक पे
and Varane is not known for his pace.
ही इज नॉट नोन
Let's
फॉर
be honest.
स्पेस
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
while we talk this I think Lisandro Martinez and Anthony one of them got like hit on the head I think
Martinez, I think, is bleeding. I'm not sure.
yeah I'm not sure if it's Anthony or Martinez both have a similar kind of hair color but yeah
I think it's Martinez. Yeah, yeah, it's him.
guys till then people are watching please hit the like button yeah come on I'm not facing lag but there was कुछ तो बीच बीच में फ्लटर हो रहा है पता नहीं
Glitch हो रहा है. Yes, yes,
हाँ
yes.
पता नहीं कुछ तो हो रहा है but guys पर तब तक लाइक तो दबाओ जब तक लिसांड्रो मार्टिनेज ठीक होता है यार उसकी दुआ में लाइक दबाओ जल्दी ठीक होगा जल्दी मैच चालू होगा
Ferguson is here in the stands, guys. He's expecting a
he has
trophy
to
tonight.
like his big day.
Yeah,
It's
I
going
think.
to be good to face United fans after if in case they lose this final. So,
No, we are hiding for 3 days now. If we lose this match, we'll be back after the West Ham game, I guess. Oh, it's 0-0 at Bayern as we
yes,
speak.
yeah. नहीं मैं जिंक्स नहीं कर रहा हूँ गाइस मैं कुछ भी जिंक्स नहीं कर रहा हूँ आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट I want to support Newcastle, and that's about it. I just want them to win this game, and there's nothing about it.
Um, I'm not sure with my fact here, but I think we have lost the previous finals in Wembley, at Wembley. So I'm not sure about this. I think
I
I
have no
read.
backpack.
Yeah,
I have no information check on that. So, अगर कोई chat में है who can confirm or deny this that whether United have lost their last two finals on Wembley, please let us know. The good says
न्यूकासल
that
का
we're
कितने
used to
साल
playing.
बाद टाइटल है?
5 साल बाद you have a chance to a silverware, as far as I know. 5 years
न्यूकासल?
since the last final, yeah.
No, I'm asking for Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle has been a while. I don't even remember. I don't think I was born when Newcastle last had a final. It's been like long, long time.
Oh, the last final that they won was uh oh, I don't see they were last runner-ups in 75
Oh,
76.
Bayern
No,
scored
no,
apparently.
no, they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bayern scored apparently. 47 years. That's twice, almost twice my age. Yeah, that's exactly twice my age, probably. It doesn't show me that Bayern scored. I think the score did not get updated here on the app, but Shaurya is saying that Bayern scored.
Yeah, Bayern did score.
Yeah.
Kopu, if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting scored. Fabian is doing a good job. He could be concussed. I don't know. Let's see. यार फाइनल तो है मतलब पता ही था बोरिंग होने वाला और बोरिंग ही जा रहा है ऐसे कुछ स्पेल्स ऑफ अटैक है मतलब इवन इन द स्पेल्स ऑफ अटैक न्यूकासल हैव लुक बेटर व्हिच इज
Yeah,
ऑड लाइक आई एम लाइकिंग इट बट as United,
yeah.
like United fans would be pissed at this point that they are not attacking enough. Again, midfield duel one,
Not even
good
half
win.
chances, man. To say.
They had two half chances, but that's about it in 30 odd minutes.
Now Fred passes to who's he? Was it Weghorst? I didn't get to
No,
say actually.
Anthony came in. Anthony came. Anthony
Okay.
dropped from the flank. Yeah, let United press. Like the best way to beat their intensive press is just hold the ball on the back line for like longer and then you switch the play and that's going to work for Newcastle. I think, see, again they switch the play from the left to the right to Trippier. You have a chance there. United are massively under numbered there on, again, 2v1 on that flank. Shock against Bruno has the ball. Trippier again.
But Newcastle's all attack has been from the right, I'll say.
Most of their, I think, yeah, most of their
Yeah, yeah.
attack has been from the right.
So I think they are exploiting. Oh, that was a good ball. Someone has to attack that.
Oh,
Newcastle
come
get a
on, yeah,
chance.
someone has
Oh,
to attack that ball. Maxima, oh, come on. Bruno
Maxim.
again on the. No, he couldn't. He couldn't score.
That
Someone
was a
has
tough
to
chance.
put their
That was a
body on
tough
the line.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
someone has to put their body on the line for that shot.
But someone has to attack that ball. What a ball that was played.
Good ball
Mm.
by Almiron, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maximan also had a good shot.
Someone
Bruno
has to attack. Newcastle might not get that many chances. Someone has to attack that. And good save by De Gea, I should say. It was De Gea, I guess, who's made the save.
I think, I hope it's their hands and not anyone else's hand. But Mustafa saying Estupinian and Tonin for Nkiti and Bueno. Yeah, I think, yeah, Nkiti has to go. I think a week early it won't make a huge difference. And for Bueno as well, it's a good transfer in terms of Estupinian. I like it. But make sure 28 May most likely dono Tony and Estupinian will blank. So keep that into your planning. Sure, saying all of three Brazil's first choice midfielders are playing tonight. Yeah, I think Bruno Guimaraes is also
Who's the
Brazilian.
oh Newcastle.
Bruno
Newcastle.
Guimaraes is Brazilian, if
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
correctly, and then there's Fred and Casemiro. और कोई तो है नहीं, yeah, correct. So Vikun has sent in terms of we've lost the last two games in Wembley, one final and one semi-final. Not finals, but last two games. And Mustafa
Okay.
says for a -4 though, 28 for it. I think then do it, yeah. I think because you will have a double in 27, then again a double in 29. Suits your strategy.
Oh, what a ball from
Good goal.
Luke
Oh,
Shaw,
come on.
man.
It's a
Come
goal.
on.
It's a goal.
Casemiro, you beauty. Beauty, beauty,
Oh,
beauty.
come
It was a
on.
foul on Rashford, a free kick from there, and
Yeah, I saw a free.
what a ball from Luke Shaw, man.
At
What
this
a
point, I'm
ball.
feeling bad for Newcastle.
They had a half
They
chance
have
at
to
the
defend this.
dead.
How can they
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
defend a cross? Like a beauty of a cross, by the way. It's a great cross, but they need to defend this. They need to defend this better.
Yeah. And this was the first shot on target from United, scoring from
Yeah.
their first shot. Beautiful,
Although it
beautiful,
doesn't matter.
beautiful
In a
cross.
final, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. But was it offside? Was it? I
Nah, I
guess
don't think so. I don't think so.
no, 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 no. It wasn't.
It looks on to me. It looks on to me.
Is that
And there
Trippier
are
playing
lines
him
now.
on?
There are lines.
Is it Trippier playing him on?
Yeah, I think the last man, Trippier, I think Trippier it is, yeah. I think he is playing him on, or could be Wilson as well. I think either or.
Yeah, I actually cannot see him clearly. It's not loaded properly at my end. But beautiful cross from Luke Shaw, and it deserved someone to be there, and none other than Casemiro with his.
Come on, yaar, Casemiro should be off. Come on, it should be
No,
an
and it
offside.
shouldn't be off. Oh, was it though?
It's on. It's on. Given it's
Oh,
on. I
it's
think yeah,
onside. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
onside.
yeah. GGMU, GGMU.
Oh
So
come on.
are we
Now
witnessing a first trophy in in so many years for United? Is it in
you're
5 years?
witnessing. I think yeah, yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
Newcastle need to come back stronger.
And
Oh,
instantly
counter
we
पे
start.
score यार कर दो. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Martinez with a brilliant interception.
There are too many United fans in our chat. There's Khan, there's you, Vikund. I think I don't know. Mustafa is supporting there. Chore is there.
Last words 2017. Yeah, it was 2017 Europa.
Europa.
Mourinho.
Good chance for Newcastle. Still they have the ball.
Yeah.
Are Maximan have the ball.
Maxima playing
Bruno needs
to.
Trippier. Good cross. We need one good cross. Huh? Are yeah, Almiron could be off.
No, Trippier still can deliver a cross. No, he doesn't do it.
Oh,
Oh,
good,
nice.
good
Was it
chance.
Vegas? Good
Yeah,
defending from
good
Vegas.
defending. Trippier can put across again.
Newcastle pushing it for their equalizer.
Yeah, yeah. Newcastle are now turning up even more.
So now the game has opened up. Now Newcastle have to attack, and maybe this opens up opportunities for Man United to counter and score that
Yeah, if it's a second
second
goal,
goal.
we switch off our TVs and then we go to sleep because we're not celebrating a United win on the stream. Yeah, Burgos seems like he's better in midfield because he puts in the work, rate and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Anshuman, I'll be back in a minute.
yeah, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Don't worry guys, मैं हूँ अभी भी स्ट्रीम पे. मैं संभाल लूंगा इस स्ट्रीम को. कुछ नहीं. अब कुछ बताएं. सेकंड गोल चला गया तो सही में बंद कर दूंगा बिकॉज मतलब मैं तो न्यूट्रल हूँ वैसे भी. मुझे देखना नहीं और मैं यूनाइटेड फैंस को झेल नहीं पाऊंगा यार. इतना इतना ग्लोट करते हुए नहीं झेल पाऊंगा. Vikun says, bro, this season I'm all in all chats and everywhere social media because we have been playing well regardless of trophies. Yeah, you've been playing well, so that's a given. I think that's granted that you've been playing very very well. And when you compare it to a Chelsea fan, you've been like United have been genuinely playing good football, not just results, but good football. You've been grinding good results as well and good football as well. So yeah, perfect. I think as a United fan, this is good season to be a part of. United will score a rubbish counter goal now, and then we will go to sleep because that's how I want Newcastle to score. कुछ तो मजा आना चाहिए, कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग होना चाहिए फाइनल में. क्या 2-0? कम ऑन विल्सन. पेनल्टी नहीं. शी अरे Almiron is he's totally off form. He's totally off form. Yep, I don't. This should have been defended. I think it was a very good cross. I'll give it to that, but this should have been defended. This can't go through. This can't go through a Newcastle defense, a defense which is primarily known for their cross dealing like strategy and effectiveness. Would you take Mourinho right now at Chelsea? No. The problem with Mourinho right now, one, he won't come on. Second, that he will not be very supportive of the squad that we have right now, and will not really man. Oh, there's a chance for United again. Oh, come on! It's
Oh,
gone. It's done. Rashford scored the second one.
nice, Rashi. Rashi with a second man.
Carius pulls off a Carius. Obviously, you can't get redemption for this guy.
We all hoped for a redemption for carriers, but no, the way it looks like no.
चलो हाफ टाइम पे फिर स्ट्रीम बंद, बाय बाय। चलो एंजॉय करेंगे मैनचेस्टर, मैं नहीं करूंगा, मेरे पास तो कुछ बचा नहीं। Vikun, thank you
Anshuman,
so
you
much.
won't
Thank you so
take
much.
Mourinho, but who would you take now? Like
Not
with
Mourinho
not
because he'll
many.
not work with the young squad we have. He won't. That's the problem. I
Zidane
love
won't. Huh?
Mourinho, but he won't.
Would you
Zidane
take
won't.
Pochettino?
Pochettino chalega, bro. He'll develop something with the squad. Who assisted Burgos? Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Burgos assist,
Vargas
and it's a
assisted.
no, it's also a Karius assist. No, it's a
Oh,
deflection. A
it's oh,
deflection.
it's a deflection. It's I guess it's an own goal. We
I don't
cannot
think it's.
blame Karius here. I guess it's the deflection that
It's
catches
the
him up.
deflection that put him off. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can't blame the poor guy. I think it's done. As the final is done, now it's basically defend and then you take grind the result. I think United will grind the result after this. They will obviously
Yeah.
grind the result. Yeah, chalo. Then we सोने मिलेगा जल्दी. This is the plus point. But yeah, thank you, Vikunda. I read that. Thank you so much. Rash God says Prem Kandya. Looks like Rash God only at this point. नहीं यार, this game is dead. This game is dead यार, खत्म हो
There's
गया.
yeah, United are on top of Newcastle. They
Yeah,
are
they
not
just
creating
keep on building on
anything.
that.
Yeah, they are making a lot of individual errors. They are lacking those passing accuracies. Uh, yeah, it's not a good view for those Newcastle fans who have traveled all the way to Wembley. Not a good performance, I'll say, up till now. Uh,
They were looking decent in terms of phases, but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you need more composure and finishing in the final half. But okay, that's fine. What do you think about Enrique at Chelsea? That could work. I don't know. We have a good system. We have a good squad, but I don't think it resonates completely with the style of football Chelsea usually plays and would like to play, and would what the fans would like to see. So that's the only problem in that. But otherwise, it would be a decent choice. I don't think I absolutely don't think he'll come to Chelsea. Newcastle playing with 10 men? Is it because of Carriers or is someone like injured and out? नहीं होगा. There's no way out of this now. Almiron, yeah. Okay, yeah. Fair enough then. If you say yeah, I would agree. It's just too bad to see Almiron drop off in form so massively. Like usually when people drop, अरे chance है विल्सन को यार लेके जाओ 1v1. अभी 2v1 हो गया.
I just saw Carriers is wearing a 1920s gardening gloves for his final. So
I was talking about Almiron. It's just too bad because usually when you drop off a form, you score once in 5-6 games. Assist in
yeah,
one in 5-6 games. It's not happening for him.
it's not happening for him. It's not happening for Newcastle either. Uh, Trippier, they are pretty much the star man. Also, he is not having a good game, to say so.
Shwetab, you can watch it. You can watch the match on fan code. I might have a link for you in case you want a free link with. I tried to find if it's working and then I can post it here.
Vikun says, bro, Casemiro है तो कोई चांस ही नहीं है. True man, true.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
Casemiro has been a star signing, even though the most of the money is spent on Anthony, but his presence cannot beat him. He brings up the UCL mentality and that winning mentality, never give up attitude. He's rough at times, but yeah, जरूरी है. कोई तो चाहिए टीम के लिए लड़ने के लिए man.
No, he's good in terms of final mentality. Obviously, he's good. I put a link where you can watch the match. For people who don't are not watching on fan code, you can watch at this link as well. I think, as far as I've got to know, this link is working, so you can go and watch there. And Premkant says, "I told you that Don't get Salah, he won't score. Well, who knew that Darwin Nunes is out and Liverpool will play Naby Keita in their midfield, who is absolutely shit. I can't even get started how bad he was. And obviously you can't score with such a midfield, and they did not score with such a midfield. And when Salah had a potential assist, Henderson put his head there. So yeah, nothing different. No, just a normal day at FPL. Warren also saying that Chelsea should get Pep. Pep is very like his style of play. He needs system and everything. Chelsea don't tolerate that. So I don't think Pep will ever deal with Chelsea. And I think Pep has achieved everything. There's nothing to prove for him. He'll probably go to a national team and just win the World Cup with them, and then it's done.
Yeah. But
If
do
you
you
win the
think, Anshuman,
Europa, yeah.
it's the start of the downfall for Liverpool?
No, it depends. If they sign a decent midfield, they can still recover. It's the same style of football, but there needs to be massive improvement and investment done in the midfield.
As per the reports, they have 250 million planned to spend
Yeah,
in the summer.
out of which 150 will go to Jude Bellingham, and then they'll buy someone like a Darwin Nunes. Yeah, right.
I personally don't think he will come here. Why would he choose Liverpool over Madrid with the form that they
Madrid
have
already
had this?
have, so it's a simple thing. They already have Chouameni, they have Kamavinga, they already have, like, I know Cruz and
But they
Modric would
need
go there,
that Jude Bellingham who can play like
but
a
over who?
Modric, who
Like a
can play like
I do you like, I don't see that. I don't see him playing as a Modric. That's the problem. So he would have played as a Chouameni or a Kamavinga, but now they're very set with those two. That is why I don't think Real Madrid will throw everything they have for Mbappe, everything, every penny they have. So I don't think it's going anywhere.
yeah. It would be interesting to see if he comes because obviously the French president or prime minister wants him to stay at the PSG. So
I mean,
interesting to see.
yeah. Dexter is saying if we win the Europa as well, along with other trophies like the Premier League, FA Cup, and EFL Cup, does it count as a quadruple? I mean, you can say it as a quadruple. It's essentially four trophies, but it's not the biggest four trophies. You can even count Community Shield at points. Sometimes even fans put in Community Shield and call it a quadruple. So up to you.
But honestly, I don't. As a United fan, coming from a United fan, I don't see us lifting the
I don't see
PL.
you guys winning four trophies.
Yeah, I don't see us winning the PL. I think it's uh, it's for Arsenal's to lose, and if they lose, it's City's to win. I
Yeah.
think we will be up there for second or third place, but Premier League trophy is much bigger dream to think about. I dream about. I'll say.
Varun essentially summarizes what Mbappe is. He's a bigari, and you throw money, he'll go in. And he's very money oriented. You know, he's money oriented, and he will. I don't see him going anywhere else other than unless he's like given the presidency of France and everything, and he's big, like he gets control of and the entire club at PSG, and he's making like a lot of money and taking decisions. He'll stay. Otherwise, it's only Real Madrid, and it's only Real Madrid who want to throw so much money at him.
Yeah, Bruno
Bruno
has
with
a
a chance.
chance. Fred
Uh,
messes up the pass.
every day isn't Fred's day, so it's okay. Okay, nah, yaar.
Also,
Newcastle.
I think
I expected more out of Newcastle in this game. Yaar. They've shown their strengths, but defensively you can't consider it a cross. Yeah, that is your strength. I
yeah.
don't know. Even
But
if
do
you
you
can
think
concede, you need
we
to take
can
more shots.
see Newcastle, who played with 10 men against Liverpool, being 2 goals down? They gave a pretty decent fight with 10 men against Liverpool, and they were
They
the
still are a
dominating team
decent
after ten
team,
men.
so I don't doubt that. And by the time we're even talking, they're three up in the game. But again, they're a good team, Newcastle. They're not just putting enough shots on target as well, I think. And more there needs to be more intent in the midfield. Yeah, dare to dream, as certain club's motto says, which 1-2-0 like United are winning. Yeah, but okay, as of now,
But as a United fan, I'll say we are one currently with the it's a
what a
good ball
counter! There's a
for Weghorst.
there's you can put this game to bed in this move. Pass it.
Oh,
Oh,
good save
save,
from Carriers, good
save,
save from Carriers, and it was a pretty decent shot from Weghorst outside the
good
box.
save.
Good
ठीक
save,
है,
good save, good save.
Karius has some redemption in his life.
So what I was saying was कि we are with this current fitness level at our squad, we are just one Casemiro injury away from dropping our standards very much. I think without Casemiro, we are not a very complete team. I'll say we lack uh, that one very defensive person. DM, we lack a DM when Casemiro is not there. I don't think so. McTominay does the job very well. Uh, and without Casemiro, Fred is also mm, not good. Let's say that.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly to say that Casemiro is like the reason why United's midfield is so powerful at this point, but
Yeah,
that won't stay for long. You'll need a good replacement eventually.
yeah. And I guess that was the reason he wanted to bring in Frankie. But yeah, again, United playing those 1-2 passes, one touch football. But I think Newcastle needs to do this. They need to play more one touch or two touch passes, and they need to exploit United playing high line. Uh, but
नहीं
as
रे
it looks,
फाइनल में when you're two down ना, there's not much you can do. One, there's already very Newcastle have a very thin bench in terms of quality out of the bench. They have nothing.
yeah,
So that is tough. And then you're 2-0 down. You can't really do much out of it. It's not every final is in the World Cup final. So you really and you don't even have Mbappe in your team. So I don't think there's anything possible out of this at this point.
yeah,
And Varun also mentioned that he makes 128 million. Mbappe makes 128 million, and which is true. He's one of the highest paid footballers in the world. But
yeah.
he's talented. Let's just admit he's talented. But his attitude obviously is shit.
And कुछ ज़्यादा ही attitude है. For he needs to be humble for a 23-24 year old player. 23-24 year old में मेसी, रोनाल्डो इतने ज़्यादा एटीट्यूड के साथ तो नहीं रिप्रेजेंट करते थे खुद को. दे वो हम्बल. Messi still is humble, I'll say. Even though I'm not a Messi fan, I'll say. But Mbappe needs to
It's
learn
halftime.
from them and how to be humble. Yeah,
Yes.
it's halftime. It's 2-0 for
Saksham,
United, and
FPL क्या ही खराब जा रहा है, मैं क्या बताऊं. और नहीं बात कर रहे हम आज इस स्ट्रीम पे एफपीएल की बात ही नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि कुछ बात करने है नहीं. सब दो दो पॉइंट लेके आए हो एंड दैट्स इट. सबके पास दो दो पॉइंट है, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. But Casemiro didn't play 3 games. We just dropped 2 points. Yeah, you that is good and relatively to say those were relatively easier games as well. But you still have a good squad in one good signing in the midfield and then you're set for years. So one good scouting, one good midfielder that you bring in that sorts you out. But yeah, halftime, Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 0. The game state as the game looks, I think it's a easy United win beyond this point. I don't even know if we should continue watching this because yeah, it's a dead game. I don't think Newcastle have any strength or anything out of the bench or any tactical change they can put up to really damage United or even change this around. So yeah, it's an easy win, I think.
yeah, it's a United final to lose now. Uh, Nothing
Not
that.
even I don't think it's a United final, not even to lose. That's the difference. United 5 shots, on target, 7 shots for Newcastle, only one on target, and they need to take more chances around the box. That have been saying that you need to commit more chances. You need to take more those chances. One of them could go in, and that would have been like a very big difference in the game. 2 3 decent signings will propel us a lot. Yeah, it will. It will. I think one or two also at this in this squad could do. How is Carey playing according to you? I think he's been unlucky today. The Workout save was really good. The Workout save was very good. The
Yeah,
goal you consider the second goal was really bad, and I think it's unlucky. It was not his fault. So yeah, he's been decent. I think not much to save. There was only one shot which he saved really well. Apart from that, there was not a lot to save as well.
yeah, but those that second goal, though, what it was,
Not his
nothing
fault. I think it
there.
was not his
Yeah,
fault.
not his
He
fault.
couldn't do
He
anything.
couldn't have done anything. That was a goal any given day with any given keeper. Uh, For the first goal, it was a good cross and good header from Casemiro.
Yeah,
Nothing he could
nothing
have
the
done.
keeper can do there. I think that's
Yeah,
honestly just that.
I think the ones which were expected from him to being saved, he did stop them. So I think defensively, Newcastle United haven't been good. Also attackingly, they haven't been good. They haven't taken their chances very nicely, and you don't score to any chances you don't take. So I think they have to be uh, more direct, and they have to take more shots. I guess they at times they have overplayed. They can afford to play direct, I guess. But yeah, pretty much United dominating the game, dominating the possession, dominating the pressing. They have played very nicely this game.
And
But
yeah,
I
50 in the first 15 minutes, ASM was creating actually a lot of problems. You can see on the left line, and that's where he faces Varane eventually. And actually, the only approach Newcastle should have continued to take, overload their right flank, because I remember Dallo is on a yellow, a very early yellow. Varane is slow. So in the first 15 minutes, they did that very well. Now they've not been doing it. After that, it was all the right flank for Newcastle. Something they can change, and something that can happen going ahead.
Yeah, they are overloading at right, and I think United have their right sorted out. They have Shaw there, they have Martinez there. Martinez is he's called a butcher for some reason, so I don't think so. They should be targeting that side. They should be targeting left, and also on the point that you added that Dallo being on a yellow already does help them
I
because
wouldn't be surprised
he
if
won't
Dallo is
commit.
subbed off now at
Uh,
halftime for Van Bissaka.
yeah, I think now the strategy for Ten Hag might be to sit on this lead and not to commit numbers up front, to protect this lead and see this through. I won't be surprised if Ten Hag plans to uh, play his team accordingly for the second half. But it would be interesting to see how Eddie Howe plans his team, because he doesn't have a lot of substitutions, quality players. I'd say it would be interesting to see how he plays with this team that he has. In the league. It I won't be unfair to them saying they have overachieved. Reaching there itself for the first season after the new owners is a is an overachievement. But it would
Honestly, I
be
feel if honestly, I out of how much I can see Ten Hag do, I think there are two substitutions that are coming on. One is Van Bissaka in for Dallo, which could be at halftime as well. I wouldn't be surprised if max by 60, it will happen. बस मुझे लगता है 60 45 पे हो जाएगा हाफ टाइम पे पता चल जाएगा सेकंड इज फ्रेड इज आउट फॉर Sabitzer. It is going to happen irrespective of what the game state is going ahead. I think
yeah
because Newcastle will try to draw yellow out of them, him red card eventually out of the two, and I think that is going to happen.
yeah I do see Van Bissaka coming in from for Dalot, for only because Dalot is already on a yellow and United won't want to risk getting a red for him with two goals ahead. So I think that happening, and also uh, some really difficult games coming for United. So it would be good to give Sabitzer for some minutes along with Casemiro to warm him up
But
for West Ham and Liverpool.
maybe. Sorry says, which players do you offload in the summer? Maguire, McTominay, Marshall start with me. I think I agree with Maguire and Marshall. Apart from that, from your squad, a player that needs to go is Phil Jones. He's still in the squad, like
Yeah.
registered in the United. He needs to go, or maybe just keep him as a like be his retirement plan. I don't mind. Then apart
I
from that,
I I won't offload McTominay though. I think even
yeah,
though we
same. Not
United fans
McTominay.
give him too many things, but I think uh, defensively he is very good. He is not good attackingly, but I think we need another person for Casemiro unless we don't bring him. Unless we don't bring someone other of in replace of Casemiro, we need to protect him and keep him till then at least.
Yeah. Also, he gives you depth, so that's important. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But Newcastle, we've stated this. I've stated this, I think, earlier in one of the videos as well. And Newcastle are dropping in terms of their defensive ability. I don't know. They've not been performing as well as they used to do. So that's an issue to me. I think that's a problem that's happening recently with them. And I see them, and we discussed this earlier in the stream. I said this, that the first team that I see dropping out of the top four is Newcastle United, especially after losing a final. It's even more harder to do. So I think Newcastle drops out of the top four. And United games are not tough, but they're important going ahead. Liverpool is important.
They are
Then we
just three
have,
points behind top four, man.
yeah, Liverpool is important. I think Liverpool will eventually finish in the top four. We can't. Liverpool will, but it's
Liverpool
done.
now, they are now 9 points behind. Yeah, sorry, 9 points behind.
Are
But
there more
two
chances of a
games,
United
two
treble?
games in
What?
hand.
What? Newcastle, Liverpool,
Yeah, they are 9 points behind, but two games in hand.
behind you guys,
Behind fourth place, Tottenham.
or behind fourth place. So yeah, that's really achievable.
Yeah, because if they win the two games in hand, they get 3 points clear. But their second game or their next
Yes.
game, their second game is against us, United.
But Newcastle also have two games in hand essentially. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even though they have.
Dexter is saying that are there more chances of United treble or a Chelsea finish outside top six? I think more chances of Chelsea finishing outside the top six. I think, yeah. So Spurs, Endro Spurs do have a chance for a top four because they're currently sitting fourth, and obviously they have to just maintain. But I think coming from the bottom, I see one of Newcastle or Spurs essentially dropping points and the top four place as well. I think for me it could be like as of now Newcastle are out of the top four. They are 41 points. They've played less games, yes, but I see them losing out on more points going ahead than Spurs. Shaw has also said that if we get a good offer from McTominay, I don't mind selling him off. There were rumors that West Ham were targeting him as a replacement after they will lose Reece to Arsenal or Chelsea. I agree they will lose inevitably Rice to Chelsea or Arsenal, and they need a backup. McTominay could be a good backup at West Ham, but you guys will need some certain backup in terms of
Yeah. We
putting, like,
we
if you get injuries, or if it's a long season eventually with so many games, you need players like McTominay to step in.
we obviously need McTominay. Also, we need to get some backup for a player like Casemiro. Sorry, a player like Ericsson. I think that player is missing from our side too. Who plays those balls? Who connects? Who links up the defense with the attack? I think that player is missing from our side. Uh, we could see that player missing in Barca game as well. We were missing that player who can link out, who could link it up. When Ericsson was playing for us, we were a very complete team, I'll say. Now that Sabitzer has came in our team, came in our squad, defensively he brings wi- defensively he's great, but attacking wise, nah, we do need a better player. But I think uh, for a replacement for Casemiro or for a backup player for Casemiro, I think Sabitzer is good, and we need to finalize him up. I
Yeah, I
think
think it's a
उसने
consensus
अच्छा
between the
perform
United
कर
fans.
दिया है, and based on the performances that he has given and the promises that he has made on the field, I think अगर वो फाइनलाइज हो जाए तो him being on loan थोड़ा सस्ते में भी हो जाएगा, I guess. तो financially also it would make sense, and also on the field it would make sense.
So there are certain questions that we'll answer before Van Bissaka comes on for Dallo as expected. I think, would you accept Chelsea relegation if City below 10th is also happening? No, I do. Why would I accept Chelsea's relegation? No, I wouldn't. Signing Sabitzer, we discussed that. I think United fans very coherently really resonate on the fact that they want Sabitzer to be a permanent deal. Yes,
Yeah,
Jamie Vardy. Yes, I've noticed something, and he's off. He's completely off in terms of form and everything. And I think it could be, and he's aged as well. It could be the end of Jamie.
Also, Jamie Vardy is not anymore the first choice for Leicester. I have
He shouldn't be
followed
first choice anyway.
Yeah, I have followed Leicester games, 5 6 Leicester game this season, and none of them had Vardy starting.
I don't think, and he shouldn't be. Iheanacho is way better at this point in terms of technicality, the physical ability that he gives, and just more confidence and finishing in him. So Iheanacho deserves all the start he's getting at this point, and he should continue. But Van Bissaka, in as expected, wouldn't be surprised if Fred is out for Sabitzer at 60. As I said, there's nothing that can be done in the game by Newcastle. Let's see if they put in Isaac, but for who? Uh, in a 4-4-3, Almiron. Maybe for Almiron, I think he's
Isaac
been the
for
favorite.
Callum Wilson. What do you say?
But that's a like to like. So you're essentially not changing anything in terms of tactics, just putting a
Yeah, but
different man to do the job.
he does bring in the pace.
I think if they need to, maybe Joe Linton goes out, they put a flat 4-4 up top too. So the team becomes the four backline, Joe Linton out for Isaac. Saint Maxim drops in a midfield four, Almiron in a midfield four, up top Wilson and Isaac. That's the only odd solution I can think of. And then keep pinging in crosses from the right and left. Don't rely
Yeah.
on counters. That's
Also,
the
they
only. If
need
you
to
get a goal
stop.
back, then there's a chance.
Also, they need to stop conceding crosses. I'd say.
Like
Uh,
at this point, you really leave what you have conceded and just go and attack. If you get a goal, Isaac is also coming on. Let's see for who. I think it's for Joe Linton.
they need to get a goal in next 15 10 minutes.
Then
If not,
one goal and
then
then you're back in the game. But I think risk it all. I would at this point I wouldn't be like, oh, don't concede more. I would be like कि भाई तू जाके मार, concede किया तो वैसे भी हार रहे वैसे भी हार रहे, go all out
yeah,
attack. Let's see how it goes. But I think it is Isaac coming on for Joe Linton as expected. 4-4 flat 2. I think flat 4-4-2.
I think
Gets in
we are
pace.
going to see a Newcastle third, or sorry, Newcastle first or a United third in next 10 15 minutes, because Newcastle all out attack, it exposes them for a perfect counter attack, and United counter attack में तो best है. They exploit you with all that pace they have got in their front lineup. So let's see. Interesting
And
second half.
Patchen Daka is also good option. I think Iheanacho is way above most of the strikers in the Premier League at this point, and he needs to be given more game and time. Genuine talent, and Daka is good, but he's not really tailor made for Premier League. Iheanacho is tailor made for the Premier League. And he's also asking that he's not watched the game till now, but do you think Arias is more responsible for the goals or Newcastle defense? The defense, I think, clearly the
I
defense.
also think the defense. I think both for both of the goals, carriers had nothing to do.
Yeah,
मतलब
he was
कोई
not
भी
really
होता तो
even
they would
responsible.
have considered. It's not carriers' fault, I guess.
It would anyone would have been there if they would have considered exactly. And Bellingham to United seems like a very way off move because I don't think United invests so much money in big
No,
transfers. Like he'll be valued at least 120 million. I don't think United will pay that much money.
I don't see it either.
Kaushik says, will Alvarez be preferred for City's next game? For City's next game, I don't think so.
Who are
I
they
don't.
playing next game?
Newcastle.
Oh,
It's the same lineup, 4-4-2 flat. Let's see what Newcastle bring to the game. Casemiro in FPL team makes no sense, guys. Don't do it. Let Casemiro score her hat trick and then we'll figure out. Last Chelsea question says Dexter. Is Chelsea better with midfield three with Zakaria 6 and Enzo and Kovac on the other side?
United
And
are
that's
straight
almost a
attacking
Fred
with
goal? No, no,
Fred.
no.
Oh, Fred with a side footer. Very horrible. It's a horrible shot, I'll say.
Yeah, this is a Fred shot. And with number 6 Enzo and number 8 basically Kovacic and Enzo number 8 and on number 10 some I don't know if with the number 10 and with Kova and Enzo behind them. I've seen Kovacic and Enzo together. They've not been very good, so that needs to change. Maybe Kante and Enzo at number 8. Enzo actually at number 6 is good. Maybe you can use him at number 8 when required, but yeah, but
What do you
doesn't.
make up of him, man? How is he? Do you like him, or do you think
Enzo is good. Enzo is fantastic, dude.
wh-
He is hands down a great signing for whatever money we paid. It's good.
And what about Mudrik?
Mudrik is I am not huge fan of Mudrik. Shejal Shah says free to watch. Is it free to watch on fan code? No. There's a link that I've put in the chat above somewhere. I'll repost it. Wait, I'll repost and pin it so you guys can watch it there. Van Bissaka showing some skills and dribbling past some defenders there. I'll try to pin that. Wait, yeah, I've pinned the free link to the game so you can guys and go try there and watch. हम लोग ने स्टर्लिंग को कुछ नहीं किया स्टर्लिंग हमेशा से ऐसे ही था भाई इफ यू प्ले इन अ वेरी एक्सेप्शनली ग्रेट टीम यू विल स्कोर गोल स्टर्लिंग इज नो एक्सेप्शन टू इट स्टर्लिंग वाज नेवर वेरी वैल्यूएबल और वेरी ग्रेट charismatic winger he's just sterling
Yeah. I think एनी प्लेयर प्लेइंग इन सिटी वो ज़्यादा ही हाईलाइट हो जाता है और ज़्यादा ही अच्छा खेल लेता है बिकॉज हाउ इजी सिटी मेक्स इट फॉर दैट प्लेयर. तो सिटी में आके चमकना ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है आई गेस. इट्स इट्स अबाउट हाउ यू डू इट इन अदर टीम्स बिकॉज people say it for Haaland. It's I'm not saying this because I'm a United fan, but I think even Ronaldo would have scored 30-40 goals at City.
नहीं
Uh,
नहीं मे बी
हाँ
नॉट
मैन. डी ब्रोइना का पास से रोनाल्डो का हेडर खत्म. It would have been.
maybe just De Bruyne like it's City maybe 30 goals or 40 goals Ronaldo looking at his form maybe not but in his prime yes easily in his prime like even 2-3 years ago easily
Easily. But I
greatest
think,
captain of Premier League I think
but
that's Phil Jones
but new but City does this right. मतलब don't you agree कि City में players because everyone around them is a brilliant player, it gets a little
but
easy for you.
that's like the
Sterling
classic
को ही
case na?
देख लो.
You won't make it to the 11 if you're not an exceptionally good player in the Pep's lineup so
True, true,
it's
true.
like the reverse case ki agar if you're not performing very well you can't make it to the lineup in especially in a Pep team so Sterling does play well but it suits he in terms of output he's better at City because City generate that much Chelsea are not and then you need to be very clinical you have to generate that part of starting creating has to be coming from you more
Van
and you
Bissaka
guys
with a
have a chance
beautiful tackle. Uh,
Van Bissaka had like
Vegas
handball are they appealing for a handball
Vegas messing it up again.
come on yeah Tripper you need to good pass अरे यार Almiron is
It's a
waste.
foul. It's a foul from.
Sterling as a player is the same compared to the pound. Enzo and Kovacic are like same roles but different places. They do not really gel together a lot, so that's the problem with them. But Enzo at number 8 is good. If we can get a good DM, then it's a good strategy to play him there. We can't and Enzo together. But as a number 6, I prefer him more because he's more good in that role. He seems like very sturdy as well, so I like him in that role.
Do you want Kante to stay though?
No, I think we need to make money out of him, let him go. Maybe a 1 year contract extension, get the best out of him, and then sell him as much as we can as much as we can. He is aged, his injury problems are recurring, it will continue. He was very exceptionally good and he might be, but again we need to make money out of it and really understand that he's aging. He can't continue the same output as we expect him to.
I think you all should trigger the extension and sell him right away. Triggering the extension may hype up the price by 5-6 millions, but
But
तुम्हें
we
पैसा
would
तो
really
चाहिए.
undervalue him at this point. Nah? If he plays certain games in certain game period and he does well, then his valuation will come back to a certain level again.
Yeah.
I agree with Dexter that I really like the prospect of vertical progression, especially what Enzo brings to the game. Kovacic also brings that, but Enzo has really good vertical pass ability, one of his good strengths. But he says it becomes very easy instead of having someone like a Mount or Felix who only good going forward, not with the link up. That's true, but I prefer. Come on, Saint Maximin.
Saint Maxima, man, come on, you. What are you doing?
You're a United fan. You can't support Newcastle anymore.
But
That's the
still,
wrong United fan.
I,
Pratik, that's the
I,
wrong
I, I,
United.
I want a tough
Goal
match.
out of this? I
No,
don't
I
think
want a tough battle. It
so.
it it should look like a final and not a league match, I'll say.
But yeah, I think Felix is doing good in terms of link up and progressing. The Mount is really really bad. Kovacic might not really be exceptionally good in that role in terms of continuously putting vertical balls. I think Enzo would do better.
Do you want
Maybe
Felix
one,
to stay
not both.
for
Is that
permanent?
exactly why not both should start together in that role? Oh come on, that was a good chance.
Oh,
Yeah,
good one, Shaw. Good one, Shaw. Was
given a
it
free
Shaw?
kick against
No,
no
it's
Martinez.
Martinez.
Free kick against Wilson.
It's a goal kick, they said. Mm.
No, free kick
Oh,
दिया रहेगा. Will it be Haaland versus Pep rewind of Zlatan versus Pep a remake? So the only flaw in that in it won't happen. The only flaw in Haaland's game is dropping deep. I think Pep is structuring it so well. If he keeps to if he continues to play Alvarez besides him, Alvarez does so much of the work that Haaland never has to drop deep, and that is the way to go forward for them. I'm still amazed to how Chelsea lured Enzo to join them. प्रोस्पेक्ट पैसा पैसा और
पैसा
प्रोस्पेक्ट
ब्रो,
और उम्मीद
पैसा.
तीनों दिया, तीनों भर भर के दिया भाई उसको. उम्मीद पैसा तो बहुत ही ज्यादा दिया. और ऐसे वी स्टिल अ
Say
बिग क्लब. लास्ट ईयर यूसीएल जीता था, उसका फायदा उठाया हमने कि
say
भाई
whatever
यूसीएल
you
है.
want, man. Say whatever you want. But एक चीज बोल सकते, हम एक चीज नहीं बोल सकते टॉट बोली के बारे में कि वो पैसा खर्चा नहीं करता.
तो हम तो बोल ही नहीं रहे पैसा खर्चा नहीं करता है, बट बाबूजी सिर्फ पैसा खर्च कर रहे हैं ना.
दिमाग नहीं
स्ट्रैटेजी
लगा
कुछ
रहे
बिल्डिंग है ही नहीं
हो.
अराउंड इट.
Do you want
दोनों.
Felix to stay?
या आई होप ही स्टेज. ही इज डूइंग गुड. Lukaku coming back to Chelsea, I don't think it will benefit us. With everything that
देख
has
दो यार,
gone through
come
it,
on,
it
come
will
on, देख
not.
दो.
It just won't be there. I don't think it will be there. I think let him go. Felix is what Havertz should have been. Yeah, true. Agreed.
Yeah, true.
Back Chilwell from getting form or new left back in for some Chilwell. I think I support Chilwell. He looks very good still. Alvarez is the worst of Manchester City. नहीं, पर अल्वारेस भाई बहुत ज्यादा वर्क रेट है यार उसका. एक्सेप्शन वर्गास का भी है. अल्वारेस इज मोर क्लिनिकल.
Alvarez goals भी है. Vegas is no goals, all work rate. Alvarez is goals
अल्वारेस
plus work
छोटा भी
rate.
है अभी यार, हाइट में भी छोटा है.
Yeah, but Vegas का एक हो जाता है ना कि it is with all those heighted forwards ki you think they are all headers and all tap-ins, उनका ये अच्छा है, but वो पूरा गलत है. When it comes to Vegas, वो बंदा मिडफील्ड जैसा खेलता है, बस उसकी हाइट लंबी है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है. डिलीवर भी नहीं किया है, ट्रैक बैक कर लेता है, मेहनत कर लेता है, बट यार नहीं, स्ट्राइकर जैसा तो नहीं है. नंबर 9 तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं है.
हम क्या ही बात करें स्ट्राइकर के बारे में, चेल्सी का तो है ही नहीं.
चेल्सी तो स्ट्राइकर छोड़ के दुनिया खरीद लिया है.
भाई वो दुख खत्म ही नहीं होता है. एक तो कितना 300 मिलियन देख के भी स्ट्राइकर नहीं है.
You know,
आई डोंट सी
what would
न्यूकासल
be
डूइंग
amazing
एनीथिंग.
would be कि लिवरपूल नेक्स्ट समर 250 दे दे and still they do better than you are.
But they should. They just need three midfielders to do better. They have a good attack. They have a one center back. Chalo, one center back and three midfielders. That's it.
हाँ, उनका अटैकिंग तो स्टैक्ड है पूरा. 6 फॉरवर्ड है, वर्ल्ड क्लास फॉरवर्ड है.
बढ़िया
6
एकदम.
पॉइंट.
फर्मिनो चला गया तो भी चार लोग अप फ्रंट जो स्विच हो सकते हैं.
या
Bajetic is Bajetic, however you pronounce him, is still good as a kid. He's doing well. So one of your midfielder, like you have one space, Harvey Elliott. ठीक है, he's recovering from नहीं है, but he's a good prospect as well.
या
एक और
इंजरी
बच्चा
के
था ना.
बाद
I think there
इजी
was
तो
one
नहीं
more
होता
kid
है.
from their academy who was doing really good. I don't
देन
remember his
देन
name.
न्यू यंगस्टर, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर हिज नेम, बट वो बहुत बढ़िया खेल रहा है. ही इज बीन स्टार्टिंग कपल ऑफ मैचेस
Bajetic,
लास्ट.
Bajetic, I think Bajetic. उसको Bajetic, however you pronounce it, I'm not sure with the pronunciation. But हुआ Curtis Jones भी ठीक है. They have like Carvalho is there. So they have a very young backup midfield. तीन midfielder like तीन ढंग के midfielder साइन कर लिए तो उनकी टीम अभी भी काफी अच्छी है. तीन
डेला
like three
फॉन्ट.
midfielders who suit the club play obviously.
या उनका, और मतलब उनका बेचारों का इंजरी क्राइसिस भी तो बहुत चल रहा है. आई थिंक दे नीड टू लेट गो
नहीं भाई,
टियागो.
अगर इंजरी क्राइसिस चल रहा है तो समर में एक भी मिडफील्ड मतलब You can justify it that when they sign someone, but they've signed no one, and you can't, like, there's nothing to justify that. It's lack of backups and lack of spending.
Yeah. Also, lack of smart spending. They did spend money on Gakpo, which I don't think so उन्हें necessarily required था. Let's put it that way. उनका already attack काफी stacked है. They needed body in midfield. Out of nowhere they signed Arthur Melo. वो आके सिर्फ
भाई
हॉस्पिटल का
आर्थर
बिल
तो
बढ़ाया
खेला ही नहीं
उसका.
है, मैंने देखा ही नहीं
हाँ,
आर्थर को.
आके सिर्फ बिल बढ़ाया है. अभी जस्ट रिकवर हुआ है. 21 के अंडर स्टार्ट किया है ही हैज. बट या अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट नथिंग. पैसा बर्बाद हुआ है बढ़िया तरीके से.
Newcastle need to show something. Others, as Varun is saying, it's a dead game. I agree to it completely. It's totally a dead game. कम ऑन यार, एक एक अच्छा चांस, एक पेनल्टी कुछ तो करो यार.
न्यूकासल जैसे खेल रही है इट्स नॉट
एक
गिविंग गुड
पेनल्टी,
वाइब्स.
एक
ओ
पेनल्टी
गुड
चाहिए.
गुड फ्रेड कम ऑन मैन कम ऑन गुड.
न्यूकैसल चढ़ तो रही है, बट इट्स प्रॉब्ली टू लेट. अरे ब्रूनो का एंकल वापस गया. स्टिल टाइम है. So much drama. All these Brazilians do so much natak.
डहेया कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एट यूनाइटेड. प्रेमकांत. ऑनेस्टली डहेया को ठीक है लो सैलरी का दे दो. बहुत ज्यादा कमा रहा है फिलहाल. बट ब्रिंग इन अ स्वीपर कीपर. मतलब डहेया सेव तो बढ़िया निकालता है नो डाउट. बट टेन हाग की फिलॉसफी में जो कीपर चाहिए ही इज नॉट. डहेया डजंट चेक ऑल दोस बॉक्सेस फॉर टेन हाग. एंड आई थिंक वो अलग ढूंढ भी रहा है आई गेस.
एंड्रो ऑल्सो सेइंग दैट डच प्लेयर्स को ओवर वैल्यू किया गया है. आई अग्री, बट उन्होंने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था वर्ल्ड कप. गैक्पो भाई वो अगर हर मैच में गोल मारेगा प्री वर्ल्ड कप, पोस्ट लाइक इन वर्ल्ड कप, तो उसकी वैल्यूएशन उसमें मतलब वो जस्टिफाई कर रहा है ना अपनी वैल्यूएशन. कहीं ना कहीं वैल्यूएशन बढ़ा रहा है. और थोड़ी मार्केट में ओवर वैल्यू हर चीज हो रही है. लाइक you're not getting, like, cheap good players are almost impossible to find now. So
Yeah.
yeah, Newcastle is
Like
finished in this game. If Bruno goes out, it's finished completely. And I think they're dropping points in the Premier League as well going ahead. Issue with Liverpool, says Dexter, is their arrogance, stubbornness, and apparently, as per Athletic Sporting Director Edwards, wants Matthias Nunes as substitute to Jude after BBB refused to sell. Interesting conversation. But I think Liverpool का stubborn, maybe it's the bold stubbornness to not buy players or to like stick with players or just to buy attackers. I don't know. एक तो लिवरपूल को क्या लगता है सिर्फ अटैकर खरीदने से थोड़ी ना गेम जीता जाता है. तीन चार मतलब पिछले कितने साइनिंग में तीन तीन तो फॉरवर्ड है. डेगो जोटा
हाँ
फॉरवर्ड है, नूनेस
नुनेस
फॉरवर्ड है, एंड गैक्पो
गैक्पो.
फॉरवर्ड है.
यस.
लाइक आउट एंड आउट फॉरवर्ड है ना ये तीनों. तो मतलब चलो विंग पे खिला लेते तुम, बट ये है तो एसेंशियली फॉरवर्ड जी. it's it's bad. I don't know. It's probably the blame has to be on the sporting management team at Liverpool, but not just Klopp.
Yeah, I and also I think कि all these signings, I personally don't think कि all these signings are approved from Jurgen Klopp. I guess कुछ कुछ तो लिवरपूल ने बस ऐसे ही कर दिया है. It is what I think. अलग हो सकता है बट आई गेस Jurgen Klopp को खुद को पूछा होता तो वो मेरे ख्याल से मिडफील्ड प्रेफर किया होता ओवर स्ट्राइकर.
I've been. Nobody will ever know that. Saksham is saying Newcastle has dropped since Jonjo left. Obviously, the magic has gone. If you get Voldemort out, the magic will leave the squad, and the magic has left the squad. एक ये है भाई जो वोल्डेमॉर्ट मैजिक लेके घूम रहे दुनिया में. एक हमारे पॉटर भाई है जिनके पास कोई मैजिक नहीं है. लिटरली भाई जीरो मैजिक, कोई ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं, कुछ नहीं है.
United bringing in the trophy after 5 years, man. Come on,
I'm not
GGMU
even
in the
stopping for the
chat.
celebration. We'll switch off when it's 90 plus 2, and
GGMU
then
in
that
the chat,
GGMA
all the
is
United
celebrating.
followers.
But let's talk FPL. It's honestly true. Varun, correct. Let's talk FPL because this game is dead. There's no there are, unless there's a goal, it's dead. Darwin out, Tony in if Liverpool blank in 28. Yes, hands down, obviously. But if they don't blank in 28, then it becomes tricky because Darwin could still be out and injured. Apparently, it's the same recurring in shoulder injury that just got worse, like at least back to the Madrid levels. So he could be out of game week 26 despite playing in 28. So that could be tough. Although what I watched out of the Wolves versus Fulham game, so I watched some parts of it despite like not wanting to, and even an extended highlight. Fulham are not a good side. Fulham are not there. Leeds look decent. So if Fulham play or try to play their second team or like bench enough first team players, they could go out. पॉटर से भाई मैजिक कुछ कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है भाई एट दिस पॉइंट विंगार्डियम लेवियोसा भी नहीं हो रहा है एट दिस पॉइंट उससे आई जस्ट डोंट नो ही इज जस्ट टू I don't know. Does he not have enough influence on the players? Because and I it could be a point where the players feel that they're so magnanimous because अरे भाई हमने चैंपियंस लीग उठाया. Who are you? You're not even a top six manager, let alone
Also, do
being
you
a
think
world
it
class
is
manager.
because कि Potter intimidating नहीं है ज़्यादा, मतलब he looks
हो
so
सकता है
sweet person.
intimidating नहीं है, and that's true.
वो बंदा थोड़ा ऐसे भोला सा आदमी लगता है, if you know what I mean. मतलब he doesn't look intimidating उतना. Beautiful play by Maxima. Let's see if it.
कुछ भी नहीं है, डेड है ब्रो उनका.
Yeah.
नहीं दिख रहा. अरे इसक इसक ज़ाद इसक कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा है भाई. अरे
Yeah.
नहीं कर पाएगा
He
तू ड्रिबल
overplayed.
बॉक्स में
Overplayed.
चार लोग के
Overplayed.
सामने, यार नहीं कर पाएगा.
Yeah, this is what is missing from Newcastle. They need to play those one touch, two touch balls. They cannot afford to overplay in those situations. United will close them down quickly, very quickly. In fact,
गेम डेड है ब्रो, कुछ भी नहीं, गेम स्टेट है ही नहीं क्योंकि न्यूकैसल में कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं है ना. एट दिस पॉइंट इट्स अबाउट कॉन्फिडेंस. यूनाइटेड आर प्लेइंग लाइक मैनचेस्टर इज प्लेइंग ऑन कॉन्फिडेंस. न्यूकैसल
yeah,
इज नॉट.
ऐसे सिचुएशंस में ना एक्सपीरियंस मैटर करता है. एंड अभी न्यूकासल के स्क्वाड में कोई ऐसा प्लेयर नहीं है जो ट्रॉफीज जीता है या कुछ. सो वो एक्सपीरियंस की कमी तो सीधा सीधा दिख रही है न्यूकासल में. ऑल्सो यू कैन ऑल्सो एज अ मैनेजर भी तुम एक लिमिट तक ही किसी को मोटिवेट भी कर सकते हो.
नहीं,
आई थिंक
स्क्वाड मोटिवेशन की बात नहीं है, एक ड्रॉप ऑफ दिख रहा है मे बी उसके उनके फॉर्म में. एंड इट्स आल्सो बिकॉज़ दे हैव बीन वर्किंग आउट विद द सेम 11, लाइक देयर इज नो चेंज एट ऑल. ए चांस है सेंट मैक्सिमन, एक यार एक कर्लर मार दे भाई एकदम, कम ऑन. नहीं यार.
टू लेट. दे
Even
आर
at this point,
ओवरप्लेइंग
even at 70 minutes, if they get one goal back, United will be in enough pressure, and it could go to extra time. But they need a goal soon.
या.
Trippier,
वन
Almiron
टू
ही है.
फुटबॉल ट्रिपियर.
Oh come
ट्रिपियर इज
on! अरे नहीं निकालना, ले राइट पे
Oh,
तेरे पास निकालना. कहाँ गया? United will score on this counter.
Rashi, come
Rashford just
on,
score
do
and finish
something
our
fast.
misery. Finish it off. Just end the game.
Not today.
कुछ तो पॉटर पे आया है. पॉटर says Arsenal were 2 years into Mikel's reign, and he's close to getting the sack. People wanting him about disaster, and of course things have changed now. Even at Klopp, results that people want suddenly, basically कि मुझे time दो. And I think we'll come to Dexter. What you said, I think even Varun said something about Potter. He said he's a very good manager. As one of known person met him. Nirav is Varun's friend. He met him personally and whatever. But the problem is exactly what I stated. If the squad thinks that they're bigger than the manager because the manager can't impose himself on the squad, then it's a problem.
Also, I personally don't think कि Potter will get a sack before their second leg because
Almiron
नया
scores.
manager.
Almiron scores. नहीं नहीं पुराना चैट है. Shit. Who's spamming?
भाई ऐसा मत बोलो, इधर थोड़ी देर के लिए ऐसा धक धक हो गया था बहुत तेज.
Oh, nutmeg. Good nutmeg. But yeah, let's just talk about what Dexter said. He's just put in more light to the Athletic article saying that it was Pep who's very persistent on Jude Bellingham, and then because of that, they did not go with other midfielders because they had to save money, whatever. And that is why Klopp doesn't blame. But it's fair enough if Klopp has taken more decisions, then he should be blamed, and then you need to realize that your midfield is not adequate enough.
Yeah. और अगर लिवरपूल डोंट मेक इट टू यूसीएल, जो थोड़े बहुत चांसेस भी हैं जो जूड बेलिंगम के आने के लिवरपूल में, those round out to zero, man. I don't think so. Bellingham would want to go to a club, a Europa League club.
I think they'll reach UCL though. I think they'll reach UCL. And people will go mental. Yes, all United fans will go mental once they win this, and I'll be obviously. Kaushik, Rafinha looks like P Town baby. Basti Khasti, full एकदम एकदम P Town baby he looks. Yes, correct. I agree. I've seen him recently. बहुत मजा आता है यार देखने में. यश भाई ने बोला था P Town baby. सेम वैसे दिखता है. But it looks like थप्पड़ मारोगे तो कुछ सॉरी बोलेगा. He's too sweet for a manager, I agree. And that could be the case where people like, and it's bad at the Chelsea player. Like, if the Chelsea's players start already feeling that they're bigger than the manager, it's very bad.
Yeah. Potter is though it's Potter is like Ole was with us. He's full vibes, no manager, no
But
skill.
no, Ole was still Ole had certain respect because he's been a very good player.
He was
He's
a
been
legend to the
essential.
club, na. That's why he
He's
had respect.
certainly like in sort some ways a legend to the club, and Potter is not that. A 66th minute mark, we're seeing Sabitzer coming on for Fred. Please, bolo yaar. And
And
Arteta had an impact because he was a legend at the club, and again, he had the impact on the players, and that is important, I think. Maybe
yeah.
that is why a caretaker manager like a John Terry would do better in this situation than Potter, and maybe then you can pass it on to a manager like Potter, or at
But
least have
do you
John Terry
really want
alongside
John
Potter to
Terry?
assist.
Caretaker में भी John Terry चाहिए because on the basis of Frank Lampard बोल रहा हूँ, a club legend नहीं
मारो
तुम्हारे साथ नहीं चला था वो.
गो कम ऑन
Oh,
चाहिए गोल चाहिए यार जोलिंटन
oh, Joe Linden. Uh, it was not a save. It was a clearance. Who was it though? Was it Martinez?
मार्टिनेज
It was Martinez. Yes.
यस बनात का ट्वीट देखा आफ्टर द बारसा विन ए बैक पोस्ट क्रॉस बाइसिकल ए क्या हुआ फाउल छी why is Potter giving this bullshit Arteta legend throughout Laka and Auba? I don't know. He needs to be more assertive with the squad. That's the problem. Spurs have a better chance than Liverpool top floor. It's very Fred is out for Sabitzer, and I think Liverpool have a better chance than Tottenham or Newcastle. Either one. I think Newcastle is the one who falls out, but I think Newcastle has already fallen out essentially. But Tottenham ke upar, I think Liverpool could finish. I don't know why I have faith. It's because I have Liverpool players in my FPL team. I think that is why I have faith in the Liverpool squad more now. But beast met baki hai. I don't think this match is going anywhere. Fred is out for Sabitzer. Even more control on the game. I think the second sub is who? McTominay also coming on for who?
Yeah.
Gagos? Yeah, Anthony. Complete midfield block.
But this is the pairing that United fans wanted to see from a very long time. Casemiro and Sabitzer. Uh, देखते हैं how they link up. मजा आएगा. What we expected from what we have seen from both of them individually is defensively तो बहुत ही बढ़िया रहेंगे. But इस मैच में न्यूकासल तो anyway कुछ क्रिएट कर नहीं रहा है ज्यादा.
कुछ भी
तो
नहीं है, bro. कुछ भी नहीं है.
तो
Or Kaushik saying a lot of Brazilian footballers look like reptiles of Kurla, as we say famously on Instagram. But a better important talking point is what Shweta has said, and that is why I was interested in the Super League to go ahead. That was the only pro I put out because certain smaller clubs which produce good talent do not have enough financial funding and backing. The Super Cup will enable that to get more funding and backing. I think smaller clubs like who are dying, Borussia Dortmund or Inter Milan at this point, or certain other clubs which could be dying eventually could revive, and there could be more talent in world football. Are a lot of managers are available for Chelsea, but nobody wants to come to Chelsea. Why will Zinedine Zidane तो कभी नहीं आएगा. मतलब at such a fuck
ना
all club, he doesn't even know English. He would never be interested.
ना
Joachim
एनरिके
Low
भी
could be an
नहीं
option,
आएगा.
but I think he's still looking for an international job. Toral, I don't know. And again, Toral and Enrique both will not be interested in one, how Chelsea play and philosophy at Chelsea. Secondly, they would not be interested to manage a club who's at 10th. No good manager would be interested to come in this muddy situation. Nobody wants to put their boots into this.
Also the style of play is completely different for एनरिके and Torre.
Yeah,
चेल्सी
and
बहुत अलग खेलता है उनसे
Chelsea
तो.
काफी अलग खेलता है. I don't think it will work out as well. Maybe it could, but I don't know. They would want to even try out that. And नहीं,
चेल्सी का प्लेइंग
जरूरत
स्टाइल
भी आएगा.
would suit जिडान, but फिर जिडान नहीं
Zidane आएगा
आएगा.
नहीं ना. Zidane
नहीं
आएगा नहीं.
आएगा.
जिडान हरामखोर है, जिडान क्यों आएगा यहाँ पे?
ज़िडान यूनाइटेड नहीं आ रहा था और फिर वही मीम्स चालू हो जाएंगे कि ही इज लर्निंग इंग्लिश टू रिजेक्ट चेल्सी। फिर
हाँ,
क्या
वो
मतलब
तो अभी तक चालू हो ही
है?
चुके होंगे उसमें क्या है? Arteta is given a new squad, but you can't complain about a squad because you spent 320 million. आई तो जेन्युइनली वांट टुचेल बैक। भाई उसके हाथ पैर जोड़ो, उसको जो करना है करो, उसको पैसा एक्स्ट्रा दो, उसको बस माफी मांग के ले आओ। भाई उसने वन ही इज टैक्टिकली वेरी स्मार्ट, ही इज टैक्टिकली वेरी स्मार्ट, सो इन द बिग गेम्स यू वांट हिम एंड ही इज गेटिंग द बेस्ट आउट ऑफ द स्क्वाड, सो आई वुड स्टिल लव
But
टू बी।
he is linked to PSG job. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, that
सेव
was a
हुआ ना,
good ball. No,
दाविड
no,
ने
no.
पंच किया ना।
Cross block किया उसने दहया ने. Good ball, man. Trippier क्या?
Offside.
Oh, offside था. Damn. But this is what Newcastle needs to do more if they want to get back into the game and put some pressure on United. ऐसे ही balls खेलना है. And it was a very close call, I'll say.
गुड
Uh,
गुड गुड क्रॉस रे।
very, very close call. Or they need to do more of this if
खत्म है, अब
they
तो क्या करेंगे? दे नीड टू डू मोर ऑफ दिस इन द फर्स्ट हाफ। नाउ इट्स डन, इट विल जस्ट मैनेज द गेम। Don't insult Zizou by linking to Chelsea. Agreed. Tuchel also trains players to think rather than just hand out a game plan. I agree. There has to be a system. So maybe a system in terms of passing or where the players should run in spaces, or there should be a combination or synergy. थोड़ा मिसिंग तो नहीं है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा मिसिंग है। एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ build-up as well. So there are certain styles of build-ups. There's either a slow build-up where you transition the ball slowly into the opposition half, like Pep does. He controls the ball, or you build up very fast where you want to attack on the counter as much as you can, like Liverpool does. इधर कुछ भी नहीं है, ना हम फास्ट बिल्डअप कर रहे हैं ना स्लो कर रहे हैं, बीच में हम
what
बस
a
थोड़ा
tackle with Savitzer and Rashi on the
कैरियस,
shot
गुड सेव
save by
अगेन।
Karius. Good
भाई
save, good
कैरियस
save, good
रिडेम्पशन,
save.
कैरियस का रिडेम्पशन आर्क तो कंप्लीट हो गया, 2-3 सेव कर लिया भाई ने। वो शॉ विद द ओह
Oh,
इट वाज
it was a
ऑलमोस्ट
chance
थ्रू।
for United. Shaw would have
देखना
should
चाहिए
have
था रे
found
भाई।
and would have found Anthony, but he missed. But it was a good save from Rashford. Uh, for Rashford shot, sorry, from Karius. But again, good tackle from Savitzer to create that opportunity for us.
But Chelsea won't give them the funds. That's the problem, Dexter. Now, so that a, a manager who's big enough would want certain players of his style. चल एक आधा दो तीन जो भी है, short
United
in a miss,
again with the
short in a miss, short in a
chance and Shaw.
but we won't spend more because 320 तो अभी spend किया, कितना ही और spend करेंगे? एक तो मार्केट में फाइनेंशियली फेयर प्ले जस्टिफाई नहीं कर पाएंगे। uh, I and really I don't, Conte probably did it back then. I don't think anyone else would be interested. It's very tough.
But you know, मैंने कभी फुटबॉल में देखा नहीं है बट पता नहीं क्यों मुझे है ना चेल्सी के लिए ऐसी फीलिंग आती है आई थिंक व्हाट डू यू थिंक एज अ चेल्सी फैन मुझे ऐसी फीलिंग आती है कि टॉड बोली ने ये एक्सपेरिमेंट जरूर ले लिया है बट मे बी द वे थिंग्स आर गोइंग विद द क्लब एंड विथ हिज स्ट्रेटजीज वो ऐसा ना बोल दे मुझे लगता है कुछ टाइम बाद कि भाई मेरे से नहीं हो रहा आई एम सेलिंग दिस क्लब अगेन
नहीं, he's very interested. He sees this as a good project in terms of finance profits, and we can work out that way. He's still a big club. He won't sell us. Obviously, he's not that. I don't think इतना पैसा invest कर, a chance Newcastle, come on यार, one goal, one pass ही दे दो यार, एक
nah.
पास दे दो फाइनल थर्ड में अच्छे से।
This
He's
that opportunity pretty much sums up Newcastle's performance tonight. Sirf promises, no execution. I'll say, not to sound rude, but that has been the story of this game. They have been lacking with their not even the final passes. वो जो third ball होता है उसमें भी they have been lacking.
the final third passes, they've been carrying the ball till that part. In the
या
final
बस
third,
उसके बाद नहीं अच्छा हो रहा है.
एंड ये गेम अभी जो काउंटर अटैक पड़ रहे हैं वो तो होने ही वाला है, इट्स गोना बी ओपनिंग अप, इज बाउंड टू हैपन, यूनाइटेड विल गेट चांसेस, but Endro again, Tuchel also adjusts to the main strength of the team rather than forcing an ideology. Yeah, that's true. That is very true about Tuchel. Vikun says great stream, loving it, fantastic discussion. भाई इस बात पे लाइक मारो ना यार, मारो थोड़ा और लाइक, थोड़ा 20 लाइक तक लेके जाओ, 25 लाइक तक लेके जाओ, कंटेंट पुश होगा और लोग आएंगे देखेंगे, थोड़ा और
Guys,
बड़ा
please
कम्युनिटी
like
बनाएंगे।
करो.
यस, थोड़ा और बड़ा कम्युनिटी बनाएंगे। It's okay. I hope it just gets done at 2-0 only in 14 minutes. Nothing really to. There's nothing to even discuss. I don't know. देख substitutions अभी क्या आ रहे हैं? Who's coming on? Joe Willock? Is that Joe Willock? Joe Willock तो नहीं है. Joe Willock तो छोटा है, इतना लंबा नहीं था. और टैक ऑल्टरनेटिव अकाउंट से ही मारो. हाँ भाई, सब अकाउंट से मारो और आओ और वॉच अलॉन्ग करेंगे. जितने ज्यादा लोग आएंगे उतनी ज्यादा मजा आता है वॉच अलॉन्ग में.
फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिलीज को शेयर भी करो. आपके कोई फ्रेंड्स होंगे जो फुटबॉल देखते हैं, शेयर इट विद देम, आस्क देम टू लाइक द स्ट्रीम. कंटेंट रीच करवाओ, हम और ये करते रहेंगे फिर.
यस, विलेक एंड मर्फी वॉट अ बेंच. एग्जैक्टली, बेंच से तो कुछ है ही नहीं. बेंच से कुछ है ही नहीं. टैक्टिकली भी कुछ डिफरेंस हुआ नहीं. इफ यू लुक एट द फर्स्ट हाफ एंड द सेकंड हाफ, दे स्टिल ट्राइंग टू इंपोज द सर्टेन साइड ऑफ प्ले वेयर इट्स कमिंग फ्रॉम द राइट, सर्टेन इज थोड़ा सा सर्टेनली लेफ्ट से आ रहा है. बट कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं. एंड कुछ और न्यूकैसल कर भी नहीं सकता ऑनेस्टली एट दैट, विद दैट स्क्वाड. दैट्स द बेस्ट यू कैन डू एंड दे आर ट्राइंग दैट. बट या चलो 8 लाख तो बड़े. इधर एक लॉन्ग बॉल, बढ़िया लॉन्ग बॉल. ये थोड़ा सा मैक्सिमम, थोड़ा सा. सारे फ्रेंड्स ऐसे ही है, कोई नहीं देखता फुटबॉल. श्वेता, कोई है क्या? कोई पुणे से है क्या? एनीवन इन द चैट फ्रॉम पुणे?
आई एम फ्रॉम पुणे.
Pradeep is from Pune. Where are you from Pune, bro? Where do you live in Pune? प्रणय को बोला मैन सिटी के बारे में बात करें. प्रणय को मैसेज किया है भाई. प्रणय मेरा मैसेज नहीं देखा. प्रणय बड़ा आदमी है, उसको पर्सनल पे डीएम करूं क्या? देख, मैंने उनके प्रणय के मैंने फैंटेसी वाले अकाउंट पे किया था. लेट्स ट्राई टू मैसेज हिम ऑन हिज पर्सनल अकाउंट. ओके, लेट्स सी इफ ही रिप्लाइज. But where are you, Pratik? Where are you from?
Siagar Road.
Siagat Road. So it's far away from me. It's fine.
Where do you live?
Not Siagat Road. Far away. A place called Banir.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. क्रॉस नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है गेम में. मैं क्या बात करूं? कुछ भी नहीं है गेम में. मतलब ऐसा कुछ है भी नहीं डिस्कस करे. काउंटर पे यूनाइटेड, इट्स अ गुड काउंटर. Rashford,
Rashi.
he could have almost. Who do you think, says Shwetab, will take on Madrid job after this season? Also थोड़ा एक हो रहा है. अच्छा ठीक है, अरे बता देना था पहले थोड़ा एक हो रहा है तो I would have fixed that. Sorry, एको नहीं होना चाहिए. इस माइक को कर लेता है ऐसा. एंड आई थिंक एको कैंसिलेशन ऑन तो है, बट ठीक है. After this season, who will take on Madrid's job is a good question. In the market, there are managers. Tuchel could take up Madrid's job, as someone said in the chat. But
Tuchel is linked to PSG, but I think
हाँ, उसे PSG में इंटरेस्ट है. PSG और केरला ब्लास्टर्स, दो चीजों में इंटरेस्ट है उसे.
I think Tuchel sees PSG as his unfinished project. वो उधर जाके खुद का redemption करना चाहेगा. He was their league wise and points wise अगर कहें तो he was their best ever manager. उसका win ratio, points per victory सबसे ज्यादा है Tuchel का. Also उसकी sacking just like Chelsea didn't make sense at all. PSG का वही इशू हो जाता है, बिग ईगोस, और फिर they fail to go ahead and win the Champions League. बट टुकल के साथ promises थे. So I guess अभी अगर if PSG का जॉब उसके टेबल पे है तो आई थिंक वो बाकी सबसे ज्यादा PSG को प्रेफर करेगा.
But मुझे genuinely, honestly बोलूं तो I really don't know who Madrid would sign. Like Ancelotti has done a good job. He's won the UCL as well. I don't really know who they will sign next. And upfront, even in the market, अभी कुछ comparison, मतलब I don't know who would go to Real Madrid and try to impose a style of football. This season, though, they've been playing a very free style of football. ऐसे कुछ particularly style नहीं है. But I genuinely don't know who could be next. It's just pure guessing, and I don't know for sure. Or even
what do you think about Zidane?
They have already tried a defensive manager in Tuchel. Okay. Zidane वापस नहीं जाएगा यार. Zidane ने मना कर दिया उसको. He has international ambitions, especially with France.
हाँ.
Andronica, I said to be a Chelsea fan, but job लगने
And
के बाद लेना
United
चाहूँ.
on the counter, Anthony charging from the right on as
It's
Anthony plays. नहीं अच्छा किया उसने.
a good recovery. It's a good recovery. Oh, Anthony fouled. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry to make this a Chelsea stream, but again, we talk about Chelsea very heavily, anyways. Do you believe that Chelsea at current stage will be a better off with Sancho coming on? By the way, will be a better off with a defense first manager like Allegri or Simeone, or a heavy position like Enrique? Defense first in the Premier League. You need defense first. We I think our goal scoring problems will could be solved to a certain extent by a striker, but a defense first approach needs to be adapted. We are conceding goals to the worst teams in the league. That needs to be solved. Position based could work. That I can't say, but we're more of a fast transition team in general. We love to break out, like do fast transitions and hold the ball a bit. So I think a manager who could do those two things, especially Simeone, could do that, and that could work. Personally, I don't want Simeone to be at Chelsea because मुझे वो स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल पसंद नहीं है. वो एक completely low block 7-2-1 वाला situation जहाँ हम बस opposition का को drain out करें counter attack. I don't like that brand of football personally. I don't like that football. So personally, I wouldn't want Simeone, but that should be a priority. Sorting the defense out should be a priority.
But also historically, Chelsea वैसे ही खेला है. Defensively, they have always been good. जब जब वो जीते हैं, in fact, सबसे बेस्ट डिफेंसिव रिकॉर्ड पीएल हिस्ट्री का भी चेल्सी के पास ही है. सो दैट इज व्हाट सूट्स देयर फिलॉसफी. मुझे नहीं लगता एनरी के स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल सूट्स चेल्सी एंड द प्लेयर्स दैट दे हैव.
Yeah, probably. Like Madrid की बात हो रही है, Madrid का ट्रू है भाई. Madrid वाइब्स पे खेल रहा है. Madrid लिटरली कैरेक्टर वाइब्स एंड जो उनके बीच का इंटरप्ले एंड कनेक्शन है ना, उन बीच का सिनर्जी, उस पे वर्कआउट कर रहा है और उस पे काफी अच्छा वर्कआउट कर रहा है. दैट्स द एसेंस एट रियल मैड्रिड एट दिस पॉइंट, एंड व्हिच इज वर्किंग आउट वेल फॉर देम. कुछ भी नहीं है, नो शॉट ऑन टारगेट एज वेल एट दिस पॉइंट. ठीक है, कुछ नहीं. मतलब मैं देख भी बंद कर दिया हूं, मैं देखना भी एक्चुअली. Madrid just
मैड्रिड
completely.
वैसा है. वो मीम देखा है आप लोगों ने? घोड़ा अच्छा ड्रॉ होता है बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से और बाद में बहुत घटिया ड्रॉ होता है. तो वो अच्छा घोड़ा यूसीएल में है और वो घटिया घोड़ा इसमें ला लीगा में. दे आर शिट एट ला लीगा. उनका
They're defensively poor. That's the problem. They're
या
defensively vulnerable. That is why defense first manager could work out for them because the attack is still very sorted.
या उनका जिसने भी एथलेटिको के अगेंस्ट मैच देखा होगा, नहीं देखा होगा, ट्रस्ट मी यू हैवंट मिस्ड एनीथिंग. वो मैच ऐसी थी तुमको नींद नहीं आई होगी, तुम सो गए होते उस मैच में.
On that, we'll check out the score. It's 3-0 at Bayern as well. So that's that. Bayern at top. Yeah, Bayern at top with 3 points ahead of Union Berlin now. Dortmund still at 46 at the same points. एक इंटरेस्टिंग कमेंट था. But defensive management Madrid signed Tuchel. But it suits if Tuchel is given this squad, if he can improve the defense, which is their problem at this point, at the back midfield they have, and on the counter they're so good. By Vinicius and Rodrigo are too good. It will work out perfectly for Tuchel. Maybe let's
विनीसियस
see.
इज
I
बैलन
don't
डॉर
think they
लेवल.
sign him, but it could work out very well. Madrid legit playing on vibes post Jose, because nobody can legit make a tactic for the players with such aura. हाँ कुछ बीच में थे थोड़े फेजेस. जिडान के वक्त भी थोड़ी, मतलब कह सकते हैं बहुत टैक्टिकल नहीं था, थोड़ा सा था. बट वाइब्स तो मैक्स है. इस साल तो फुल वाइब्स है. एंसेलोटी के अंदर तो मैक्सिमम वाइब्स है. कुछ है ही नहीं वाइब्स के अलावा.
बारसा आर वन डाउन.
अल्मीरिया लीडिंग वर्सेस बार्सिलोना. ओ आई डिडंट चेक दैट आउट. तो
या इट्स हाफ टाइम वन डाउन बारसा.
अच्छा, अल्मीरिया अल्मीरिया स्कोर्स किसी ने लिखा भी था. मैंने गलती से अल्मीरॉन स्कोर पढ़ा था, इसलिए मैं शॉक हो गया था. ठीक है ठीक है. ऑलमोस्ट ऑल ऑफ मैड्रिड शॉट्स वर इन द सेकंड टायर. Yeah, second half. I think I don't know. I don't know that. Imagine being right center back and Chelsea, RCB and Chelsea fan.
आरसीबी. या
Right center back पढ़ लिया भाई. इतना ऑफ फुटबॉल हो गया है मेरा दिमाग. ऑन फुटबॉल सॉरी. आएगा ना अभी देखने.
यार
ये
आरसीबी
चालू
एंड
होगा एक
चेल्सी फैन रहा तो
लाइफ
आई
तो
थिंक
अच्छी.
आप लोगों को स्पोर्ट देखना बंद करना होगा फिर तो
मुझे नहीं
फिलहाल।
पता नहीं, आरसीबी एंड यूनाइटेड फैन कंबाइंड वुड हैव बीन अ टफ कॉम्बिनेशन फॉर द लास्ट 5-6 years. दिस ईयर आई हैव नो आइडिया हु आरसीबी हैव रिटेन्ड और साइंड. मतलब रिटेन तो विराट कोहली को किया होगा, बट साइन किसको किया कोई आइडिया नहीं मुझे. एंसिलोटी इज मोर ऑफ अ जो मस्त खेल रहा है, तक बॉल पहुंचा दो वो देख लेगा. Tuchel will, however, face some same problem at Chelsea and PSG, when Pau Perez will be hell bent on Project Mbappe. Clash will happen again. Yeah, agree. And honestly, Mbappe will leave eventually. It's very tough to let go of that player.
Yeah, I like everyone in football knows Mbappe is married bound. It's pretty much
It's
inevitable
almost
कि
impossible. Like
uh,
unless it's like too much money at PSG, it's almost impossible to stay.
yeah,
Make it.
it's inevitable कि Mbappe will at some point leave for Madrid और वो कहीं नहीं Madrid ही जाएगा. ड्रीम
नहीं,
क्लब
ऐसा
ड्रीम
नहीं है. तो उसको 300 मिलियन दे, वो कहीं पे भी आएगा, वो न्यूकासल भी आएगा, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
that was a good shot.
Murphy with the shot. चलो गेम तो डेड है. लास्ट 3 minutes एंड देन वी इवन रैप अप द स्ट्रीम. आई थिंक इस गेम में कुछ बता नहीं. बात करने हम आईपीएल पे आ गए, तो फुटबॉल इन टर्म्स में भी ज्यादा कुछ बचा नहीं. कल
Pretty
वीडियो,
much sums up this
गुड शॉट, बट शॉट.
performance. Yeah, that was a good shot.
टुमारो
Roberto Carlos level shot. Oh, Maguire coming. Now Newcastle might have some hope.
नहीं, स्लैब हेड. ही इज हियर टू लिव द ट्रॉफी. ही वाज द कैप्टन फॉर अ व्हाइल. Obviously he's here
Yeah,
to live. What a game
he's a
for FPL.
fridge.
Shaw assist, clean sheet, top bonus, rash goal, to top FPL game.
NBA डिस्कशन भी कर लो.
थोड़े
Lord.
थोड़े दिनों बाद NBA भी. But
Maguire the
yeah, the
goat.
game is dead. There's nothing to even break down in this game. Newcastle were poor overall. Final third passing was shit. And United भी कुछ बहुत amazing नहीं था, but Newcastle ज़्यादा गंदा था in between the two sides.
यूनाइटेड को डिफेंसिवली देना होगा. They have been
हाँ, थोड़ा
solid at
थोड़ा
the back.
resilient. Casemiro has been
Yeah,
good.
they
Martinez
have
has
been
been good.
solid with at the back. Newcastle legit एक भी ऐसा शॉट चांस नहीं क्रिएट किया है जब यूनाइटेड फैंस का ऐसा दिल मुंह में आ गया हो, ऐसा कोई भी शॉट
The
नहीं.
Almiron cross was the only clear-cut chance in the
Yeah,
game, I
but
think.
no one was there to
हाँ, but it was
follow up that cross.
that comes down to the fact that Newcastle have been poor, I think. But that was the only good chance as well.
Yeah, so defensively बहुत strong and uh, बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस एंड रिजल्ट फॉर टेन हाग. I'll say कोई भी नहीं सोचा था लास्ट ईयर the way the season ended कि यूनाइटेड फैंस would get a chance to celebrate a trophy this season, but हो गया man, come on. And अभी भी we are still in fourth. We are in contention for 4 trophies. First one pretty much bagged.
This is just too good from United fans who believe that they still have a chance for the Premier League.
No, I like practically we don't, but यूरोपा में we have good hopes. मैं FA भी नहीं कहूंगा, but यूरोपा में I think,
मुश्किल है, टफ है रे. यूरोपा भी इतना इजी नहीं है.
yeah, but I think Arsenal ही realistically अच्छे opponents है जो कि tough दे सकते हैं. Come on, by the way, any United fan watching us, please spam कर दो GGMU man. ट्रॉफी जीत
हाँ,
जाएंगे.
कर दो फिर, खत्म करते हैं भाई. कर दो, मैं भी जा रहा हूँ.
स्पैम कर दो GGMU
मैं नहीं देखा
GGMU
आगे. और
GGMU GGMU.
GTMU, it is done. Juve is there in the Europa. Exactly. I don't think Europa is going to be a
एंड
cup of.
कमेंट योर मैन ऑफ द मैच. जो तुम्हारे हिसाब से मैन ऑफ द मैच रहा है, प्लीज कमेंट इट डाउन. जीजीएमयू इन द चैट मैन, कम ऑन.
झगड़े भी हो गए भाई, झगड़े हो गए. Martinez showing prime Argentinian blood. But anyways, it is done. It's done. Maguire will lift the trophy in the next 2-3 minutes, like whenever he will. But in the next 2-3 minutes, it will be final. GGMU says Prem Kant. Man of the match Eric Ten Hag. GGMU by Vikunt as well. GGMU by Pratik as well. Shaurya says expected ballness needs to be calculated to guess the percentage of the success rate of a manager. But anyways, tomorrow we'll come out with more bitching about Chelsea, more about FPL as well. In between, we'll do a stream on Wednesday or Thursday after the FA Cup games, discussing about FPL dilemmas and what the strategy could be ahead. Man of the match, I think maybe not Casemiro, but Lisandro Martinez, in my opinion, is the man of the match today. Casemiro obviously has done good, but I think Martinez has done a great job in defense and also pressing high up as well.
Yeah, Even for
Yeah,
me, Martinez रहेगा because defensively his presence ने कुछ ऐसे chances को block करा है which could have led to goal. So solid performance from the back.
yeah, I think Martinez.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Glory, glory, Man United.
ठीक है. It's okay. That's enough to get banned from the channel. But so let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I think we'll end this. 1 मिनट बाकी है. मैं शायद नहीं देखूंगा यूनाइटेड का सेलिब्रेशन होते हुए. By the Newcastle haven't scored in the last 5. I think I read this. I have noticed this as well myself. They are a declining team, and we'll discuss this in more detail on the podcast we'll do later in the week as well. No character
by
by given in the side.
by the way, guys, United final curse has ended. We have finally lifted it. We are going to lift a trophy finally after so many final
कौशिक भी सेम
exits.
करा है. कौशिक भी सेम करा चैट में. बट न्यूकैसल यस नो कैरेक्टर कैरेक्टर की कमी तो है यार उनका. वो काफी बात फाइनल भी है मतलब वो पहुंच गए इसमें भी काफी बड़ी बात है. बट ठीक है अभी अंडरडॉग तो थे ही. अंडरडॉग ही है. टाइम टू सेट रिपेयर इज अ वेरी गुड डिस्कशन टू हैव. It makes him
No,
tough
man.
to lose in the week in 28. Probably a game in 32 as well. Probably not necessary, but probably. And I wouldn't say that too much value attached. Maybe on wildcard beyond the point, if you see that they do not improve in game week 27 and 28, then we can consider selling on wildcard.
Oh, I
And
forgot
Brighton
he
भी
was.
support करेगा.
I forgot he was speaking about FPL. मेरे दिमाग में
Yeah,
ऐसा है कि वो लेजेंड बेचने की बात कर रहा है. I was like
नहीं, 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 नहीं.
नहीं.
It is always FPL. It is always FPL at the end of the day. That is what we are about. And 1 minute to go. Lack of winning mentality is in this. It's a
Oh,
Newcastle.
it's a perfect counter. Bruno might end it up.
गोल है खत्म. It's a
Oh, no
3v1 counter. Don't
safe.
mess it up, Bruno.
Karius proving that he is a perfect keeper for big stages. जो दो chances
भाई
उसके
कैरिस ने वापस
savable
सेव
नहीं
कर दिया.
थे.
कैरिस ने रिडेम्पशन हो गया उसका.
Yeah, but Bruno should have cannot emphasize it enough. Should have played it to someone else. उसे already pressure दे रहा था, block किया जा रहा था. He should have played it to Weghorst. Sancho was open.
सैंचो था भाई. सैंचो को क्रॉस था इतना अच्छा.
Yeah, should have.
सैबिट सर था शायद सेकंड टाइम. बोगस नहीं बट शुड हैव बीन देयर. बट या दैट्स अबाउट इट. लोगों के दोस्त जीजीएमयू अभी चालू हो जाएगा यार. इंस्टाग्राम और ट्विटर पे हर जगह यही सब. Too much of an headache to deal with. Bruno late goal would have been a swan song lamao, yeah. Carriage to Chelsea, here we go.
यही बचा है अब चेल्सी के लिए बस.
कुछ नहीं बचा है गाइस. कुछ नहीं बचा. चलो ठीक है रैप अप कर दे. सब यूनाइटेड फैंस एंजॉय करो. जीजीएमयू लिख दो एक बार चैट में. किसी ने लाइक नहीं किया प्लीज गाइस हिट द लाइक बटन. वी एंजॉयड स्ट्रीमिंग विद यू गाइस. We do this more often obviously, and we would like to interact with more fans whenever possible, but as of now tonight it is GGMU. Congratulations to the United fan. Congratulations, Pratik. You're a United fan. And yeah, that's about it. We'll wrap up the stream. Had lots of fun. Any last words, Pratik?
No, nope. It's a great feeling watching it. Just spam GGMU, like करो guys, and please share the stream. सभी को
Okay.
पता चलने दो यार हम लोग स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं. चलो.
Sure. On that note, we'll wrap it up. Sure, we'll answer this question next time in a stream. But till then, bye. Cheers.
Bye. Thank you, Anshumi. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.